step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Back in black, baby. Welcome to it. You are live with Expresso. My name is Graham Richards. Welcome from our family to yours. We absolutely love having you in our care. You're live with Expresso for the next 3 hours. We're going to have a little bit of fun. It's a quarter to the weekend. It's a Friday. Yay. Haven't we earned it, I think, this time of the year? Maybe the gas tanks are running a little bit low, so we'll see what we can do to refill it just a little bit. We've had a lot of fun. In fact, I've learned so much this week. We've connected with amazing people. We've made the most amazing food. So we'll try and continue that throughout the show this morning. We know that Jamie Lee, of course, has been here this week, joined us just the week before, but everyone's been asking, where's Kutle? She was here for a few days and then she just disappeared. Let's see if we can find out a little bit more.
Right now, we just arrived at the Chamaral waterfall. It's the highest waterfall in Mauritius. It goes up to like 100 meters. Earlier on, we did a little bit of quad biking, and yesterday, kayaking, and later on, we're doing a little bit of snorkeling. Such an amazing time in Mauritius. I do miss you guys a lot, but I'm still having a little bit of fun, okay? See you all in 2 weeks.
Must be nice. It's a tough life, but trust me, she is working incredibly hard and she's going to bring us all of her adventures. She is getting a crash course in what it is to work on this show. Go out there, experience life, have an adventure, and work your socks off. And it looks like she's having a blast as well. But time to get set for a Friday. Let's see how everyone's looking, how everyone's feeling. Gang, how you doing?
Feeling good, sir. Katakuma boy reporting for duty on this Friday morning alongside the lovely Jamie Lee Domber. Good to see you, sister
Good
girl.
to see you too.
How envious are you of Kutle right now?
So listen, when she comes back, she's going to work, she's going to do the weather, everything. She's going to do beauty room every day, squeeze backs, but it's okay. Girl, you're securing the bag there in Mauritius and Kenya.
Hey.
Not even 1 week and she's already flying high international.
Has she been sending you pictures?
She has. She's been sending me videos, pictures, Snapchats. Oh, I'm working so hard while she's getting a massage. But it's okay. It's okay. I see you, boo. I love you. We still love you.
It's tough work. People don't see it, but it's tough work. Listen, let's help you get ready for work this morning. If you're going to be traveling to the office or maybe to school, let's tell you more about what the weather looks like around the major cities. In Johannesburg, you can expect mainly sunny conditions this weekend with pleasant temperatures that range between 12 and 30 degrees Celsius, but do enjoy a break from the rain a little bit before the thunderstorms return next week. In Durban, partly cloudy conditions with occasional sunshine can be expected this weekend, and towards the evening, cloud cover will increase with a couple of showers, but no rain to be expected for Saturday, and heavy rainfall can be expected for Sunday. And temperatures will remain between 18 and 24, so still remains to be seen what will happen to those MSL T20 games. Let's move on over to Port Elizabeth right now. Partly sunny conditions can be expected for the weekend. Pleasant temperatures between 13 and 24, and on Saturday, an afternoon shower is expected, and cloud cover will be increasing as the weekend progresses. So things should be cooling down over in PE. And if you are in the mother city, mainly sunny conditions with a strong southeasterly wind that picks up as the weekend progresses. It's been quite a windy week as well. Cloud cover will be then increasing towards the evening today. Humidity will remain quite high despite the wind, so do hold on to those hats for the weekend. But hey, see if you can wake up super early on Saturday to take a little hike up Lion's Head if the weather is clear enough. Just before you like catch the wave before the wind comes in, right?
No, absolutely. I love it. Like, just whatever you're going to do, is that what you're going to be doing the weekend?
I'm thinking of trying to do that. Usually I play football on Saturday mornings for like a good 3 hours. So, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like with my outfit actually today, I could be going to safari or something, because I don't know if you know this, but animal prints have been on trend for the longest time.
Yeah.
But this year, it's really becoming like that statement piece in everyone's wardrobe. You're just seeing it everywhere. Now, we've especially been seeing a lot of the zebra prints, but I actually saw a meme the other day that said, rules of wearing animal prints: never weigh more than the animal itself. I don't know how that is going to work, but okay, maybe you should just
Oh,
like,
man.
you're sick all the time. But it's okay.
So wait, what's the average weight of a leopard? Because then I think a lot of people have just transgressed that rule majorly.
No, but actually, it's actually fine with the animal print because I do feel like it's
so mean.
It's a statement piece, you know. It's like everything that you can wear it out with a night with your girlfriend. It's an office day look, and it really just accentuates that curves. So if you are a bit of a curvy girl, make sure to just put on that wrap dress because it really is a statement piece. And like I said, animal print is everything right now.
And monochrome just always works well, doesn't
Yes, and you can pop it like I did with a huge statement shoe as well. So just like give it that, dress it up. It's white and black, so you can really play around with the colors. And you know, remember, if it is your time to be bold and step out of your comfort zone, then you can shop this amazing collection of animal print clothing at Woolworths in store or online or on the Woolworths app, because that's what we're talking about, like statement, bold, and like I said yesterday, actually, the sexiest thing to wear is confidence.
Line on the app and in store. But ladies and gents, good morning. Uncle Tebsy in the house. But I'm sitting next to the incredible Belinda Davids. Everybody, a warm Expresso welcome. My goodness. Royalty. Ifigile royalty. Belinda, good morning.
Good morning, my love. How are you?
I mean, I'm good. Even better just seeing you, honestly.
Thank you.
I can tell that this is going to be a feel-good morning on a whole new level altogether.
It's going to be good.
All over the world, Whitney Houston over here, over there, and everywhere.
And everywhere.
This morning, you're doing it here for us. So that's what we're asking you guys on social media. Belinda Davids, she is incredible. Honestly, voice like you've never heard before. And she's going to be performing throughout the morning here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're asking you what your favorite Whitney Houston song is. Connect with us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, hashtag Expresso Show. Let us know. It's Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. That's the Facebook. We want to hear. There's been so many of them, so many songs.
Oh, so many.
But what is your favorite one, in fact?
Oh, goodness, that's hard to say.
Yeah,
I can never answer that question, and I get it so many times. What's your favorite song?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. Is it
all of them?
Is it not usually the one that you close off with when you do your performances?
That's the hardest song.
Is that the hardest song?
It's
usually?
not. It's one of the good ones, but it's the hardest song to do.
Yeah.
You know, I find after doing 21 songs, the last song
It's like,
hard.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be a difficult one for you as well to let us know, but we do want to hear from you. That hashtag, once again, Expresso Show. Smarty, how are you feeling? Are you feeling positive?
I'm feeling very, very good, especially after Uncle Tabsy they turned the word Whitney Houston into a verb. Like, Whitney, what are you doing today? I'm Whitney Houston.
Are you Whitney Houstoning?
I'd like to Whitney Houston.
You can.
Yeah?
The power is within you.
Do you want to Whitney Houston with me?
I'm going to Whitney Houston with you for the next 3 hours, but we're going to be Whitney Houstoning over there and all over the place.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a Whitney Houstoning extravaganza. Now, we are feeling positive, as we do, because we absolutely love spending time with you, but this is the thought we really want to drive home right now. The power of positive thinking, I think, and this is something that we often forget, or maybe life kind of weighs in and starts to erode that positivity, but focus on the positive. Learn to let go of negative threads of thought and think more positively to be more positive.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If you really think about it, the negative thoughts, right, might feel like necessary for you in order to take into account like what is happening.
Yeah.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
But if you actually think about it, they do nothing for you. They don't bring change to that negative situation that you are
they just keep you
currently
in
facing.
stasis. They just lock you, hold you back.
So
they can be realistic,
yes.
But just put a positive spin on it, man. So do that right now. Start thinking about the positive things in your life.
Let it go.
Force yourself. That thought is an action. You can Whitney Houston your own thoughts. You can start Houstoning your own thoughts as we speak. Just let it go.
You look at happiness, you look at positivity, and you're like, I want to run to you. There you go.
And the fan goes your hair.
There we go.
Thank you very much, Jess. Let's take a first look at those news headlines, starting off here in South Africa, where South African Airways has cancelled upcoming flights for today and tomorrow as it battles a looming strike by employees over wages and plans to cut jobs. The strike was due to start at 4 o'clock this morning. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees has engaged in talks with refugees who forced their way into its offices in Pretoria yesterday. The Commissioner has called for a peaceful resolution of the protest. In international headlines, the inaugural Time 100 Next list has revealed the rising stars who are revolutionizing their respective fields and industries. 6 Africans are amongst the prestigious lineup, including Uganda's Robert Kyagulanyi Setamu, better known as Bobby Wine. New Zealand's parliament has voted in favor of legalizing euthanasia, paving the way for a national referendum on the issue next year. The bill was passed with a vote of 69 to 51, ending years of heated parliamentary debate on the topic. And finally, a challenge thrown to them by Springbok teammate Faf de Klerk, now famous for celebrating victory against England while wearing just his patriotic South African flag speedo, have South Africa's Rugby World Cup heroes stripping down on their social media accounts. This to raise awareness about testicular cancer. The campaign urges men to regularly check themselves for signs of testicular cancer, and this cancer is particularly common in men aged between 15 and 49 years old. The campaign has seen Springboks captain Siya Kolisi, Makazole Mapimpi, Cheslin Kolbe, Damien De Allende, Malcolm Marx and Jesse Creel strip for a good cause. The challenge is a partnership with a pharmaceutical company which runs a website that offers a fact sheet on testicular cancer. Well, on that note, let's leave it for now. We will be back with another look in about half an hour. Here's Graham with a look at your sports.
Thank you so much, T. Let's kick it off with footballing news. Unfortunately, Bafana suffered a 2-0 defeat to Ghana in their 2021 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier, that at the Cape Coast Stadium in Ghana last night. On to cricket in the Mzansi Super League. Our action continued last night with the Cape Town Blitz claiming a pretty comprehensive 57-run win over the defending champions, the Josley Stars, at Newlands. On to golf. It's well underway. South Africa's Louis Oosthuizen overcame kidney stones to take a 3-shot lead and was after the opening round of the Nedbank Golf Challenge currently playing out in Sun City. And in tennis, 20-time Grand Slam winner Roger Federer advanced to the ATP semi-finals last night after beating second seed Novak Djokovic in a cracker of a match in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3 in London. Then turning to motorsport, the 3-time MotoGP champion Jorge Lorenzo has announced that he will retire from the sport. This is after Sunday's final race at the 2019 season in Valencia. So we'll expand on all of those stories and, of course, delve a little deeper into our weekend sporting action. Mr. Carl Lewis has just stepped into studio, so stick around.
Thank you so much, G-Man, for that update. Now let's take a look at the weather. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures, and Chepo Mojaki sent us this amazing sunrise from Groblersdal in Limpopo, where mainly sunny conditions can be expected with pleasant temperatures reaching a maximum of 31 degrees. Sam Cross also sent us this incredible sunrise from Durban, where mainly cloudy conditions can be expected with a couple of showers and a strong thunderstorm reaching a maximum of 23 degrees. Now let's take a look at the rest of the country. Polokwane 15-28, and thunderstorms can be expected for Umbombela with a low of 15 ranging to 29 degrees. Pretoria 14-30, Johannesburg 12-28, and high humidity can be expected for Mahikeng with a low of 16 peaking at 32. Klerksdorp 13-30, Kimberley 16-32, Bloemfontein 12-30, and heavy rain expected for Richards Bay with a low of 18 and a high of 22. Thunderstorms can be expected for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 14, reaching a maximum of 19. A couple of showers expected for Durban with a low of 19 and a high of 23. Occasional rain for Mthatha with a low of 13 and a high of 23 as well. Heavy rainfall for East London with a low of 16, peaking at 23. Craddock 13-30, high humidity for Port Elizabeth with a low of 17 and a high of 24, so make sure to be hydrated. George 15-22, and the lowest temperature in the country can be found in Sutherland with a low of 10 and a high of 27. A southeasterly wind of 28 kilometers for the mother city, Cape Town, with a low of 17 and a high of 23. Worcester 15:30, Springbok 13:32, and the highest temperature in the country is for you, Uppington, with a low of 18 and a high of 35. It is a Friday. We have Belinda Davids in studio, so make today count.
Oh yeah, she's giving us all the inspiration, all the Whitney Houstoning inspiration we need to get this Friday underway. Sis Princess, how are you this morning?
I'm good, and you?
We actually matching quite a bit this morning. Did you see? Sis Princess and I, we are cossified.
Yeah, no, you guys are cossified. Did the Cossies win or lose the other day?
They're on a winning streak. We're at the top of the league right now.
Well,
yeah, you better ask somebody.
I'm asking you right now.
Who do you support, by the way?
Orlando Pirates.
Oh.
Orlando Pirates.
Really? We paga.
Yep.
Up
the box.
A part of me doesn't want to believe that, but okay, that's a conversation for another day. We're talking Belinda Davids in the studio and all our love for Whitney Houston songs. Sis Princess, have you got a favorite Whitney Houston song?
Yes.
Really?
Oh,
Which one
is it?
My love is your love.
How does it go? Which one is that one again?
Yo, I love that
I
song.
can't remember which one it is.
My love is your love. My love is your
Sing it now, everybody.
It
would take any time in your break us, and the channels on the star couldn't hold us.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Only you can make my day.
Nog een beetje vocals erop. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ja, wacht op. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Verraden hier hoor. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ja, zit dan. Als ik. Wacht, erop ik trekken. Een kleine beetje. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I can hear myself. I get so emotional. Yes, that's beautiful. Perfect. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. I get so emotional.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is indeed your feel-good breakfast show on a beautiful Friday morning. Enough sporting action to keep you entertained, enthralled from this evening, of course, in fact, right now, straight through to Sunday night. And now that we've shown our support for our national rugby team, man, how cool was that parade? Oh, just so awesome.
Still ringing
and we're going to love it. We're going to soak it up for as long as possible. Love that World Cup glory. Time to show some support for our football team, because clearly they need it. Bafana will be facing off against the Sudan on Sunday after a bit of a tough night last night against Ghana. And then we're going to take a quick look at what we can expect from the team, as well as preview the Mzansi Super League, hoping that the weather's going to abate for just a few moments today.
Just allow us 3 hours of cricket.
Just give me
DLS
some
can
cricket.
kick it.
We've got the Nedbank Golf Challenge. Louis Oosthuizen doing incredibly well there at the moment. ATP Finals served up a brilliant, you see what I did there, served up a brilliant match yesterday. But to share his views, Carl Lewis, you look so chilled and ready to just embrace all of this. A nice mixed bag, man. Nice
lots of nice sport to look forward to, yeah.
And I'm particularly loving how you're matching me in the wardrobe department as well.
I got the memo.
Really much appreciated, man. let's talk about probably the Sierpunt right now.
Yeah.
Bafana, new coach at the helm, new head coach of Bafana, and of course his first outing coming up against the Black Stars is no mean feat
in
whatsoever.
Ghana.
In Ghana as well. 2-0 defeat. How much do we look at this and see it as, okay, we're in the building phase, the rebuilding phase of a new look Bafana, a new structured Bafana after the resignation of our coach?
Well, last night's game, I think we set up really well. For the first half an hour, things looked okay. We had them at bay.
Was there.
But unfortunately, partly a goalkeeping error, because the goalkeeper couldn't see the shot coming through. Very soft goal we conceded.
Yeah.
Then immediately after that, immediately before that, Bongani Zungu got injured and in our central midfield. So a lot of things didn't work in our favour. I'm not saying we were very good last night.
Yeah.
We were good defensively for a stage. We didn't offer much attack going forward, but I think we're getting used to the new coach, perhaps.
Is it a new coaching style? Are we not? Because we've built up, we've had a fantastic run. Let's be honest, our African Cup of Nations performance was something that we haven't seen from Bafana in decades, literally. Yeah. Are we changing lanes now with Malefi, or is it building on what we've achieved? What do you think? How much of a rebuild are we going through?
It's hard to kind of judge from 2 games. Obviously, South Africa beat Mali in the friendly, and now this was his first competitive game. And what I saw from the coach last night, I was actually like, he made a bold move when Zungu got injured. He brought on an attacking player in Tapelo Morena, and I was like, wow, I did not expect this away from home in Ghana. But unfortunately, a goalkeeping error put that kind of... he's unlucky, because I thought he made a bold tactical move and very positive, but then they concede such a soft goal, so it kind of unravels your plans in a way.
Yeah, it really does.
So let's not judge too soon. Let's see how we do against Sudan at Orlando Stadium on Sunday.
I was about to ask you your predictions on that. How do you see us performing against Sudan on Sunday?
I mean, we're definitely favourites, but South Africa struggles to break down teams. We don't seem to be able to play against teams who are obviously weaker than us and defend very deep. So I'll be interested to see how we kind of attack them from a tactical point of view. But we should win that. I mean, it's a must win. If we want to qualify for AFCON 2021, we need to win that game.
We got to do it. So let's bring it back home for some cricketing action. Obviously, the weather's been wreaking a little bit of havoc. We've seen a couple of games, but it's been a bit of a stuttered start to the Mzansi Super League. We love it. We love the marquee players. We love being able to see a lot of our South African marquee players, some that are possibly in the twilight of their career. And this might be the last chance for us to actually see them out there being competitive. Let's start with one of the matches that didn't really kick off. The Tshwane Spartans up against the Nelson Mandela Bay Giants. The Giants looking pretty strong, actually, this season.
They won their first game in PE, I think last week Saturday. So it would be nice if that game actually happened, because we haven't seen the Tshwane Spartans yet. And I mean, I think that most of South Africa do want to see AB de Villiers, despite,
come on, man,
you know, not seeing him at the World Cup. We want to see him play. So
we just want to see shots fired. We want to get a sense of who the team to beat is going to be. And with your defending champions taking a while to get going, your finalists taking a while to get going. But speaking of which, you were there yesterday.
I was there yesterday. The rain looked like it might disrupt an otherwise happy experience for the fans that came out. But luckily, that was the wonderful thing to see, that the fans did come out, despite the conditions. And I think the Cape Town Blitz really gave the Blitz Brigade something to celebrate.
Yeah.
Fantastic batting performance up top. Quinny really setting it up nicely. Liam Livingston coming to the
very
party,
impressed
putting in a
with,
man of the match
with
performance.
Livingston.
And there was a lot of talk about Livingston coming into this, that he's got proven T20 chops, that he's a big hitter. But when you look on balance, I mean, look at that man. Palabora Express, Dale Steyn, Anrik Nokia. On balance, I would say this Cape Town Blitz side feels like the best team in the party. Who do you think is going to take it this year?
You see, it's so easy to say that because they're doing well and they have a hell of a lineup. I really do like their lineup, and I think they'll make it to the playoffs. But Durban Heat, I think they have a nice mix of team, but we haven't seen them play. As do the Tshwane Spartans. They've got a, besides AB de Villiers, a bowling attack of Morne Morkel, Lungi Ngidi, Luther Sapamla. Like, very exciting from a South African perspective. So I'd really like to see the Tshwane Spartans
with all this
play.
moisture in the air as well, maybe the quicks are getting a little bit extra out of it. Love it.
And of course, you've seen some of the fixtures coming up for this weekend. Lots of Mzansi Super League 2.0 action coming up your way. Make sure that you don't miss out. And also make sure that you show some support for your favorite team at the respective stadiums all over the country. That's what this tournament is all about.
Yeah, man.
To see the up-and-coming stars of the cricketing world here in South. Yeah, up close. All the marquee players as we've been talking about. Tickets can be bought at Ticket Pro, and ticket prices start at a mere $25. Wow,
that's nothing.
And you could see world-class cricket action right there, yeah? Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
And Louis, your station.
Let's get right into this Tech Daily, of course. We are going to be unpacking some amazing stuff. Now, to help reduce the future impact of climate change, more and more of us need to recycle our purchased goods, but it can be difficult to identify what is recyclable, recyclable.
What's recyclable?
And what isn't. However, a new development, wait for it, dubbed invisible barcodes, which could actually help everyone, including recycling centers, identify recyclable material that more quickly. Now, friend in tech Brian Smith is here to help us explore this a bit more. I mean, what is it?
Brian, good morning. Always so good to see you. But let's start right at the beginning. What exactly are these invisible barcodes, and how exactly do they work? How are they going to be identified by machinery?
I absolutely love sort of these developments because it's the littlest things that go the longest way. I think what's really exciting is that most people are familiar with a barcode and perhaps a QR code which they might scan through their mobile phone. And essentially this takes this kind of technology to the next level in a very subtle way. If you consider with a QR code, it's normally black on white. It's a series of squares on shape that can be translated to a hyperlink or text. And essentially what this technology does is that it maps sort of those squares and units onto physical product packaging through colors that are minutely different. So you won't be able to really see them with the human eye. However, looking through a smartphone camera or an infrared scanner, for example, that can pick them up precisely. So what you eventually have is a barcode that's not perceptible to the human eye, but that can be read by machinery, and that can be processed by anything from a smartphone camera to a hardware scanner or to any new infrared scanner that comes to the market.
Okay, that's very interesting, actually. But now for those of us, like customers, that actually use plastic bags, how is that then going to be, you know, recyclable and all of that? So I'm still trying to grasp my head around this.
Sure. So the biggest problem when you get sort of packaging from a product, right, is that usually it's made up of different components and that some are recyclable and some aren't. So you don't have a really good sense of what exactly to do with that packaging and how to dispose of it responsibly. So the idea here is that using your phone, you could scan this essentially to get heads-up information of how you can safely dispose of this or recycle it. And what's really been tipped as a fun, creative element for brands is that they could use this through augmented reality through a smartphone camera to create digital experiences to share more about the product in addition to how you can actually dispose of it in the first place.
Wow. Okay. So obviously this is going to have an effect on all sorts of spaces of the recycling sort of ecosystem. But for recycling centers in particular, how can this help streamline where they recycle, whether they look at recyclable or non-recyclable materials to work with?
Unfortunately, recycling centers tend to face exactly the same problem we do when we have to sort through sort of end-of-the-month refuse and decide what can be recyclable, or what can be recycled and what can't.
Yeah.
So the biggest problem is when this arrives at a recycling depot, people need to manually go and sift out actual recyclable elements or different paper and plastics into different channels, which can then be reused. So using this technology, essentially it removes the area of human margin of having to look at these products by eyes, and rather than machinery can actually separate these on track right from the get-go. So all human beings then need to do is actually deliver the right products to the right places, and then this prevents plastic waste or harmful waste ending up in environments such as the ocean where it should never be.
Yeah. Wow.
Whenever you come here, I'm just like mind blown because you're just like dropping little things. But I really think this is very smart.
It's good.
It's going to be amazing. So I think, you know what? Thank you so much for always coming here and just delivering everything, you know. So do be sure to keep up with the latest tech news on bandwidthblog.com. And of course, Brian Smith was in the studio with us today to give us all that tech news.
All right, listen, things are certainly heating up in our WBeauty. We've got Belinda Davids in the studio. Oh, we have the greatest love for you.
Oh,
listen,
thank you
every
so
single
much.
time you come around.
Oh, thank you.
It's such a pleasure and such a treat, such an honor. And you'll soon be on stage again with the greatest love. I mean, I don't know how many people have seen and have not seen. If you haven't seen the show, you really need to do yourself a favor. Get the tickets, go and see Belinda on stage performing the very best of Whitney Houston. And because I've seen the show, I think I know how much you put into the heart and soul of the music so that it comes out in the most honest and beautiful way. Yeah. What does it take to embody the music of Whitney Houston?
You see, you have to understand, I've been singing Whitney Houston for the past almost 30 years. So all of that is a build-up to that 30 seconds before I go on stage. Wow. Well, backstage, you know, it's the hair. I have to wear her colors that she wears on stage. Because if you look at how her makeup is done on stage, she always uses a dark eye. She always uses a smoky eye. So she goes for the purple color, she goes for the dark brown colors. So I try to put that, you know, into the show so people get the full effect. Yeah.
And still, it's still authentically you just paying homage and tribute to one of the greatest artists of our time.
Definitely. I'm not 100%, I'm not Whitney Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
I can never be Whitney Houston. But in order to give people that proper memory of their childhood of hearing Whitney, I have to bring everything. I have to bring the curls, you know, that she's always had. And I have to bring, you know, the makeup and the red lips and, you know, the smoky eye.
And I tell you what, if you were unfortunate in that you missed out on an opportunity to see Whitney Houston performing live, seeing Belinda do her thing on stage is not the next best thing. It is the best thing.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Listen,
Thank you.
so excited to have you here. Make sure you don't miss out on live performances from Belinda Davids right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back.
Win a trip to London from the 12th to the 20th of November with Travel Start, Virgin Atlantic, and in the company of our local explorers, Danilo Acquisto and Aquila Haron. Catch this travel fab duo on Expresso with their guide to the time of your life in London town. Vote for your favorite itinerary on the Travel Start website and put yourself in the draw for those 2 return tickets on Virgin Atlantic.
No. We're not doing that one today. George and Will, sing in church, babe. watch your mouth. See, I remember the way that we touched. I wish I didn't lie. I was so emotional, baby. Anytime I
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. It's a beautiful Friday, and we are joined by international singing sensation Belinda Davids, who's been taking over the global concert stages one mesmerizing performance at a time. Now, she's set to release her first ever Christmas album, which is fantastic news. Yes! All of this is ahead of her limited series of concerts at the Artscape Theatre, joined by an orchestra, okay? It's happening right here in Cape Town. She joins us this morning to tell us more about this and more. And once again, ladies and gents, a warm Expresso welcome to Belinda Davids. Yeah.
I love Belinda Davids. Thank
you.
And when we just before the break, you were telling me that it gets better. And the last time I saw the show, it was so exceptional.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, we've been doing the show for 7 years, and I tell you what, it cannot be the same for 7 years. At some point, you have to move and make it better and change things around in order to bring the full effect.
Okay, we'll get to that, because my big question was like, but how do you make what I saw even better? So now it means I have to go and see the show again.
Yeah.
And I will oblige, I'll do that. But congratulations, you won an amazing accolade, an International Special Recognition Award at the UK's National Tribute Music Awards that were held in July in the UK. Tell us about that experience and, of course, how special this award is to you.
As a tribute artist, you don't get awards. You don't.
Yeah.
So when I heard about this, I thought, oh, heavens, really? Is this even real? Is it real? Like, how does that even work? Turns out they created this award especially for me. Which was that was very special. So I get chills just thinking about it, because it's such an honor. It's literally a reward for doing what I've been doing for the past 30 years. So
and look at you on that stage
doing it,
telling
I was like,
and you and you.
Okay, so Belinda, I mean, this is such fantastic news that you've just sort of told us. The 20th of November, you're releasing your very first Christmas project on all digital platforms. It's such a big thing. Tell us about this.
That's 6 days from now, isn't it?
It is 6 days from now. Good heavens.
I love Christmas.
Yes, Belinda Davids, I love Christmas. I do love Christmas a lot. Because it reminds me of new clothes, going to church, putting on the new clothes when I was young, and then coming back, and then the anticipation of opening up presents, the anticipation of the amazing food that your parents cook for you. Now I'm the parent, and I can bring that to my kids. So I wanted to bring this little piece of childhood to everybody. And it's such a feel good, and I bring a bit of church to it. And it's it's all the cheese that Christmas songs has. There's so much cheese on it, so I just dabbed a little bit off of it. It's like, okay, let's take another layer of cheese off and just put, a little bit more of me. So.
It's when you're absolutely allowed to. I was going to ask about the choice of the songs that you select for this kind of project, because there are so many beloved Christmas songs, beloved church songs, carols. How did you go about choosing your special one?
I chose the songs that I was listening to when I was a child. All of the great songs that we listened to as a child, for me as a child, that's what I took. And I said, okay, what can we do to sort of change it a little bit? Rearrange it, not too much, don't go off too much, but bring the church a little bit. Bring that pop a little bit. All the genres that I do actually love. There's a lot of genres,
but the specific ones that I love, and I put that on there.
Stunning. Well, let's maybe say that we want to declare the 20th of November Belinda Davids Day, National Belinda
Good
Davids
heavens.
Day. Not only is this project dropping, but you also are starting the greatest love of all, your performance, your run at the Artscape Theatre. And this year it runs all the way to the 1st of December.
Sure.
But you're also doing it with the National Philharmonic Orchestra in South Africa.
African.
Okay, the South African one.
Hmm.
You're owning the day.
You know, I'll take that day.
But
I'll take that day.
what can we expect from the day, from this performance all the way
Well,
through to the 1st of December?
As you know, the album is dropping on all digital platforms, and then the show comes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be big.
Yeah.
It's going to be better. We have added costumes. We have changed some songs around.
Yeah.
Some of our favorite songs and our other favorite songs
Yeah.
are back in the show. Well, newly to the show.
Yeah.
I feel like I am coming back for the first time to South Africa, but we've been doing it in the UK and in Russia and in America. But the songs, the change of the show is. We have the orchestra, but we're not losing the vibe, the Whitney vibe.
You're adding
so
to it.
it's not right, but it's okay. It's still got that vibe going. We still have that going, so it's going to be amazing.
Oh, well. And then you'll also be off to the United States and to Dubai in early 2020 to go and just dazzle more crowds there. But where do we keep up with you if we want to follow your journey and we want to follow...
Instagram.
Yeah? Is that
I'm
the
on
best one?
Instagram. Davids Belinda. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Davids Belinda. I'm on Facebook. I have 3 Facebook accounts. I have my Facebook, my personal, I have the musician, I have the fan page, and then I have the greatest love of all, the Whitney Houston page as well.
Let's follow them all.
I think I need to ask you this question. This is the last question.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, that saxophone solo in I Will Always Love You, how high does that rate in the most perfect piece of music ever written for you?
Listen, I am so picky about that solo.
Yeah.
So extremely picky, because it has to be perfect every time.
Like, I'm tearing up right now. It is the most beautiful...
It is the most beautiful piece. And if it's not perfect, then the whole song is messed up.
Preach, lady, preach. Check it out, from the 20th until the 1st of December at the Artscape. Book your tickets now to see the greatest love of all.
Let's change lanes just a little bit. Say, shake it up, Jamie. So just shake it up just a little bit. Super M, your favorite gap filler from Clover, has launched a new flavor. It's vanilla. And it is, I'm guessing, incredibly delicious. I'm going to actually pour myself a glass right now. Look at the smoothness. Look at the loveliness. All this is perfect timing. Beautiful stuff to celebrate this awesome new flavor. They are running the coolest competition on the Super M Facebook page, where you can win your share of weekly prizes to the value of 100,000 Rand. Check it out.
How cool is that?
He's so good.
This is really so good. Technology is so amazing. I'm living for it. And how amazing would it be if you at home could win some prizes towards the end of the year?
Very nice.
Now listen up, everybody. Public service announcement. To take part in this competition, all you need to do is like the Super M Facebook page.
Okay.
Then you need to follow the link in their competition post to get to the Super M Gap Filler Moments Facebook filter on your phone.
Okay, now speaking of your phone, allow usage of your camera for the AR function to be activated on your phone. Then you've got to load your photo entry into the comments section of the Super M Vanilla, and it's awesome. That post, and then you've got to post the media with the hashtag Gap Filler Moments. Okay, and then the entries, please note, will be closing on the 9th of December 2019. But as we said, weekly prizes to the value of 100,000 Rand. So get on it right now.
Absolutely. Now, it couldn't be easier. So if you want to win big with Super M, then use that all-official hashtag Gap Filler Moments on the Facebook competition. Now, you have to follow the instructions on the video, leave your amazing photo with, of course, your Super M, and then you have to post your picture in the comments section below with the hashtag, again, I'm going to say it because it's very important, hashtag Gap Filler Moments, and secure your spot in the draw. Now, while we get drinking to this, because it's so amazing.
Cheers, you. Cheers to 100,000
Good luck
prizes.
to all of you guys, and we'll see you right back after this.
That is really good.
Every day, brave young kids around our country fight their own private battle against cancer. To show them that other kids and families have got their back, a portion of the proceeds from every NutriKids product sold will go to secure the next Clover NutriKids Choc Home in Port Elizabeth. A support base where children undergoing treatment and their families are accommodated, supported and given a fighting chance against cancer.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Friday morning, and it's so good to be in your company, and how good it is to have the likes of Belinda Davids. Adding some magic dust.
Some cheese.
Right? Some cheese.
Layers
as well.
and layers and layers of cheese, as she says.
And we have another lady who's just making us super proud, from Urkan, if you will. They say you can take the girl out of South Africa, but you can't take South Africa out the girl. Charlize Theron, one of our most well-known exports from the country, and over the years, she may have come to rise up in international ranks for her incredible acting abilities, but she's doing something incredible, and we saw this when South African celebrities like Demi Peters, DJ Tira, David Gao, all of them stepped out on Tuesday to support Charlize at her Africa Outreach fundraiser in New York. Now, aside from the familiar local faces, the Oscar-winning actress was also joined by celebrity friends like Amy Schumer, Drew Barrymore, and Awkwafina, who were there to MC the evening as well. A very special evening it was, because the Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Program, or CTAOP, invests in African youth and their ability to keep themselves safe from HIV and AIDS. And she started off this organization in 2007 with the hope of making a difference in fighting HIV in South Africa specifically. And Demi Lee went on to share a video of Charlize talking about the theme of the evening, which was Ubuntu. And she said, I quote, "I am because you are, and it's a belief in our universal bond as humans that we are all interconnected," as Charlize then explained on the evening. And she may not live here any longer, but it's profoundly awe-inspiring to see that her heart still is vested here, that her efforts are still channeled towards making South Africa. And I think that's Africa as a better place for all of us. So thank you very much for that, Charlize. We absolutely love your sense of community and sense of sharing.
It's beautiful, because we've seen how many foundations that get started by international superstars, but I think this particular one, you can tell that Charlize has got her soul rooted in the country or in the continent. She has such a deep connection, but also such a deep commitment to making sure that the work that she does through this foundation comes from the heart. And you see it in many instances, and I really take my hat off to her.
Absolutely. Now, I know Graham always says Trevor, but I also feel like Charlize Theron is also one of those people that put South Africa on the map, you know? She was one of the first people to just be like, you know what, YOLO, I'm going to live my dreams. I know, she would literally, what she did was, she was like 18 or 19, packed her bags, moved across the country and made name for herself. And she's always referencing back to South Africa, and now even a bigger platform, Africa, you know, just incorporating us with her on this journey. So that's amazing for me. Like, she is doing the things, mama.
And changing lives.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking about the conversation we had yesterday, because when you said Trevor, it sparked because we were talking about the sexiest man alive, and Tabzi, you are among them as the nominee.
Was this princess?
Sexiest man
Was this
alive. Yeah, like, as in alive, like alive. Jamie Lee, why didn't Trevor feature on your list of six? Because you went Chris Hemsworth, you went Idris Elba, you went John Olom. No, not John Olom. Who's the guy from Game of Thrones?
Jon Snow?
No, not Jon Snow. The guy who plays Dothraki King. Jason Momoa.
Oh, Jason Momoa.
Why didn't you feature Trevor in that list?
Oh, I didn't. I was getting there. Like, he was like,
Who
Jason.
was yours? Who was yours quickly before we go?
Hey, I think I kind of like agreed that John can keep it, it's fine.
And then me, when Princess said it, did you agree? What did you do?
I was like, you know.
He said you look like Ridge Forrester from Bold
Because you've got the jawline thing. Look at the picture they put up, Tabzi.
JP Sebastian gets my vote. He is the sexiest man alive right now. Why? Because we're about to talk movies. Before, obviously being a Friday, a host of movies are going to be launching on the South African circuit today. But let's take a look at those that have been doing the rounds for a while. Who is sitting at number 1 on the local box office?
Stephen King's The It Boy this season, but is Dr. Sleep the jewel in his crown? Nope, SA hit the snooze button, opening a yawnsome Dr. Sleep 5th. At only 2.5 billion globally, they wish you would see double. Gemini Man is 4th. Joker beats Two of a Kind, taking 15 billion rand and 3rd place in 6 weeks. Arnie's rusty nuts and bolts start Terminator Dark Fate, a bit rickety and still 2. But SA's Fantasy Fam still saw Maleficent soaring on high, holding Mistress of Evil first a month later.
Angelina Jolie still has that star power, and this after JP Sebastian was like lukewarm about Maleficent, if I remember. You weren't like, wow, this is going to rule the box office.
I don't care if it's
for
making
weeks,
money.
eh?
Stuff that makes money is bad.
Oh, look at him. Look at him.
Trump
You
is a rich
keep
person.
fighting the good fight, my friend. You keep fighting the good fight. Time to delve into some of the movies that are releasing today locally. I recognize some in some of the movies, but many of these names I don't. And I'm going to start from that point with Countdown. I don't recognize the director. I don't recognize any of the actors. What is Countdown? Give us the premise.
I think you're well on your way to going into this movie with your brain completely switched off.
Okay, and is that right or wrong?
There's nothing you need to know about any kind of situational horror, anything where writers gathered around a table and they were like, now, smartphones, but what if?
What if there was an app?
It's like if you have to start writing any
you when you
script.
die.
Yes, and there you go. That's the entire premise. Thank you, Graham. It is an app that
Job
tells
done,
you
we can
when you
move
die.
on.
So moving on to the next movie. No, so Countdown, one of these throwaway horrors, and that's fine, I suppose, if you just want to,
No, it's a...
it's
a stocking filler, we'll call it. It's a stocking filler.
Stocking filler, I suppose, sure. And everyone thinks this cutesy... Oh, who's her, Graham?
It's her, the girl, man. The girl from The Thing with the stuff.
Yeah, with the horrors and the other throwaway horror movie thing. No, I don't know this person, nevertheless.
Okay, so what does the movie take us through?
All these people think it's just this fun little novelty thing that they're downloading on their phone, an app that tells them the exact date and time and down to the second when their demise will come about. So probably quite similar to, you remember back in the day, it wasn't that back in the day, Final Destination, that type of thing, this network of larger conspiracies built on something that you thought was banal,
lurking,
everyday type thing, but then there's a larger thing, and then that winds into the paranoia of the character trying to calculate who's next and all that kind of situation or whatever. Obviously not going to knock your Christmas socks off, but hey, if you do just like dumb horror once in a while, I'm sure it's not too bad. I mean, yeah, I suppose if I want to find out when I'm going to die, I just look at my banking app. That's it.
That looks like a cool teen flick as well. It's got that kind of teen horror vibe. I know what you did last Christmas kind of vibe. Looks cool. Let's move on to one where I do recognize.
Such an impressive smartphone. If that hand is so advanced in its rigor mortis and rotting, and the battery is still keeping up.
It's still rocking and rolling. That's how far technology has come, my friend. Let's move on to one that I do certainly recognize many names here. Some powerhouse names at that, but not so much. Edward Edward Norton at the helm, directing Motherless Brooklyn.
Previously, he directed Keeping the Faith, which was a sweet enough comedy. This obviously, as you can see from the poster, is not very comical, but we know all those names, of course. Willem Dafoe, who is in The Lighthouse, coming out soon in South Africa, which everyone is going, can be nominated for Oscars for and stuff like that. Bruce Willis, we know, and this is a dude who's dialing it in at this point. I think he, kicks the bucket pretty early on in the movie. Gugumbata Raw, and Alec Baldwin, who clearly is going to be playing the New York bad guy mobster because he obviously is able to impersonate whoever, that other guy.
He can do that.
That guy in the White House. And obviously not playing him here, but Edward Norton obviously leading as well in the acting, as well as directing, as well as writing. Classic kind of noir detective, get to the bottom of this type thing.
Atmospheric.
Edward Norton here is doing something which is always so sketchy to me. He's again doing a character who has a mental affliction. And those don't necessarily always work out. The last one was, I don't know if you remember the score, where he had he represented himself as a character who had a Down syndrome, if I got that correct. But Motherless Brooklyn,
what's the affliction in this?
It's Tourette's, it's OCD, so he's got nervous tics and stuff like that. He has vocal outbursts, but apparently the Tourette's syndrome of the United States of America said this is precisely what it looks like. It's done with respect, and he's acted it really, really well. So it's sort of this tightrope walk for me of seeing Edward Norton do this kind of thing again. But if you loved him in Fight Club, and you did, and if you loved him in Birdman, and you did, and you loved him in Primal Fear and every other movie that he was,
he is honestly he is one of the greatest actors of his generation.
But he's interesting for me because he's not necessarily diverse in the same way John Malkovich isn't diverse, but he's a specialist who elevates the script once he's there.
Completely,
and especially if this is a script that's in his hands and his baby to make. And apparently, most of these A-grade actors that we mentioned, Willem Dafoe and who else, and all those other people, for example, did this movie free of charge just because it was a passion project.
Because it was cool
to him, and because they loved it.
So. Yeah, awesome stuff, man. No, that's got me really excited. Love the premise there. Marjavan.
I sometimes wonder where has Bollywood been my whole life, and why have I not sunk myself into this culture before? Marjavan is mind-blowingly weird from the trailers I've seen. Just bear in mind, obviously, I haven't seen all these movies myself. These are just previews that I'm given. But Marjavan looks like one of the most cliche action romance. Yes! And that's the way I want to enter any building.
He was chewing on a matchstick and a bullet at the same time.
In 2019, chewing on a matchstick and probably a Glock in the back of his mouth, a grenade behind his ear. And he's a dude who's a henchman for a mob boss. Sees the beautiful girl, but then the beautiful girl makes him think, maybe I should leave this life. Maybe there's something more graceful and tender on the other side. No, because obviously he's going to be pulled back by a diminutive bad guy who you're seeing right now. A man who is, I don't know what the PC term is, but you can see it for yourself. And
he's really little, eh? When you say diminutive, he's a wee little guy.
He's a three-foot man. And so he's the bad guy in this. It makes completely no sense. And I am very keen to go out with a night on the boys, Freudian slip, a night with the boys to see Marjavan, maybe down some smoothies and other non-alcoholic beverages, and then just
enjoy
fry
it,
my brain cells to the stupidity of this. There are scenes which obviously I've cut out because I don't want to show you tremendous violence, but this movie is brutally violent.
Really?
At one point, the character javelins a full-grown man into the ground headfirst.
As one does, man. As one does if you're a henchman trying to find a way out, and you've got a 3-foot.
If you love the stuff from our childhood, the B-grade stuff like Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff and like that, people apparently are still making this in 2019, and it blows my mind.
And probably on a budget that would blow our minds as well.
I'm rooting for Marjavan, which looks horrible, and I'm there for it. I need this at the end of a hard
movie of the year.
Which, by the way, in Hindi means I will die. So I think we get the gist of the story.
But Willie, though, because he looks like he's up for it.
I think trust the title.
It's awesome, man. It looks really, really cool. Thank you so much.
Smoothies and Marjavan.
Marjavan.
Together, we will switch off our brain cells.
Absolutely love it.
We're trying to figure that out. Sorry, because we were having other conversations here, Belinda and I. But listen, we're bringing you super amazing treats. So, on Expresso Morning Show SABC3, that's our Facebook page, by the way, we've asked you to let us know what is your favorite Whitney Houston song. And we've gotten Belinda to agree that once we find really good ones, we'll ask her to sing a snippet of it for you. So, here's the first one for this morning.
First one?
Snukolo Mchishe says, hello, Expresso family. Hopefully you're well. We well. My favorite song by Whitney Houston is I look to you.
I look to you.
Belinda, could you give us 10 seconds of I look to you?
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
As I lay me down, heaven hear me now. I'm lost without a cause. After giving it my all, winter storms has come.
Sing, girl, sing.
And brighten day.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's your feel-good breakfast show. Indeed, it's a Friday.
Friday, baby.
We have so much happening in studio. Belinda Davids, I actually didn't ask you. I didn't get to ask you. What is your favorite Whitney Houston song?
There are many. Look, I'm not a big Whitney fan, but when I hear Belinda sing, my mind is blown. You start realizing, wow, it's actually, Whitney's been kind of a part of our DNA for the longest time. But, yeah, I will always love you. Probably. It's the mastery of seeing someone like Belinda perform that.
Yes.
When you know what goes into it, that for me is make me choke up a little bit. No, it truly is a marvel, and we're going to see Belinda perform on the other side of this. Let's get back into our news headlines.
And time for us to take a look at those news headlines, starting off here in South Africa, where South African Airways has cancelled upcoming flights for today and tomorrow as it battles a looming strike by employees over wages and plans to cut jobs. The strike was due to start at 4 o'clock this morning. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees has engaged in talks with refugees who forced their way into its offices in Pretoria yesterday. The Commissioner has called for a peaceful resolution of the protest. And in international headlines, the inaugural Time 100 Next list has revealed the rising stars who are revolutionizing their respective fields and industries. 6 Africans are amongst the prestigious lineup, including Uganda's Robert Kyagulanyi Sentamu, better known as Bobby Wine. New Zealand's parliament has voted in favor of legalizing euthanasia, paving the way for a national referendum on the issue next year. The bill was passed with a vote of 69 to 51, ending years of heated parliamentary debate on the topic. And finally, psychologists have known for a while about a phenomenon called reciprocity of liking. When we think someone likes us, we tend to like them as well. It's also really important to know if some of your behavior is putting people off. An article published by researchers in the Netherlands, for instance, found that including smiling emoji faces in an email makes you seem less competent. It's also been scientifically proven that sharing too many photos on Facebook are off-putting, disclosing extremely personal things early on in a relationship, acting too nice, humble bragging, not smiling, offering a weak handshake, or name-dropping are further offensive behaviors. So tread carefully and watch it! Exclamation mark. It's not hard to make someone dislike you. We'll leave it for now. The next update will be in half an hour. Here's Graham with Look at Your Sports.
We kick it off with football. Bafana suffered a 2-0 defeat to Ghana. That was in their 2021 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Cape Coast Stadium in Ghana last night. On to cricket. Mzansi Super League action continued last night with Cape Town Blitz claiming a comprehensive 57-run win over defending champions Josie Stars. They're playing out at Newlands. In golf, South Africa's Louis Oosthuizen overcame kidney stones to take a 3-shot lead after the opening round of the Nedbank Golf Challenge, currently playing out in Sun City. In tennis, 20-time Grand Slam winner Roger Federer advanced to the ATP Finals semi-finals last night after beating second seed Novak Djokovic in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3. That, of course, all playing out in London. And big news in motorsport, the 3-time MotoGP champion Jorge Lorenzo has announced that he will retire from the sport. That's after Sunday's final race of the 2019 season in Valencia. We'll expand on those headlines on the top of the hour.
Thank you so much, G, for that sports update. Let's take the first look at what's happening on the roads. In Gauteng Midrand, there's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N1 southbound before Fontaine Road. One lane is blocked, so please approach with caution. Now bringing it home to the Western Cape, Plattekloof on the N1 inbound, there is congestion between Plattekloof Road and the Kuburg interchange. The average traveling speed is 30 kilometers per hour with delays up to 15 minutes, so please be vigilant. Now on the Metro Rail Central Line, the T9003 train is delayed at Cape Town Station due to overhead electrical problems between Laverstown and Bonteheuwel. Technicians are attending to the problem, as well as the T9004 train is rerouted to operate via Tygerberg en route to Cape Town. So please just make a mental note of this. That was a first look at what's happening on the roads. Let's take a look at the weather. It is Friday, a beautiful day, and we have asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Nombulelo Gama sent us this incredible sunrise from Johannesburg, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with clear skies and plenty of sunshine reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. Aldi Chopane also sent us this beautiful sunrise from Lesotho, where intervals of sun and clouds can be expected with nice warm temperatures reaching a maximum of 26 degrees. Now let's take a look at the rest of the country. In Polokwane, we have a low of 15, peaking at a high of 28. Thunderstorms can be expected for Umbombela with a low of 15 and a high of 29. Pretoria 14, 30. Johannesburg 12, 28. And high humidity for Mahikeng with a low of 16 and a high of 32. Klerksdorp 13, 30. Kimberley 16, 32. So make sure to be hydrated at all times. Bloemfontein 12, 30. And heavy rainfall expected for Richards Bay with a low of 18 and a high of 22. Thunderstorms can also be expected for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 14 and a high of 19. A couple of showers for Durban with a low of 19, peaking at 23. Occasional rain from Mthatha with a low of 13 and a high of 23 as well. Heavy rainfall for East London with a low of 16, maximum of 23 degrees. Craddock 13, 30, and high humidity for Port Elizabeth with a low of 17, ranging to 24. George 15, 22, and the lowest temperature in the country is for Sutherland with a low of 10 and a high of 27, so make sure to keep warm, and a southeasterly wind of 28 kilometers per hour for the mother city Cape Town with a low of 17 and a high of 23. Worcester 15, 30, Springbok 13, 32, and the highest temperature in the country is Uppington with 18, 35. We are bringing the heat in studio today because it is Friday.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Yeah! Oh, you are hearing it. You know exactly what time it is. It's time to celebrate your birthday. Out there, if you're celebrating your birthday or otherwise, give a beautiful shout out right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you have said to us that your loved one is celebrating their birthday today, this is the time.
It could be you, and everyone's singing today. It's been a joyful week of singing. We love it. We're going to continue on that trend right now because we've had some videos sent in. Yay! Makes me so happy. So this one is going out to Whitney on her 64th birthday, courtesy of a very special grandson, Tiano. Take a look.
Birthday to Ma, happy birthday to Ma, hip hip hooray!
Oh, man, Tiano!
Tiano, you superstar. I just, it makes me miss my boy. I just,
But you know what I mean?
in the field.
An overload of cuteness. You see, when you have a grandson that sings happy birthday like that, you actually just want it to be your birthday every day so that Tiana
Every
can
single
sing
day, man. Oh,
like
that's
that.
so
Happy
sweet. I hope they sent that to Nana so that she's got that on her phone so she can watch it 100 times.
Whitney.
Oh, very sweet. Then this next one goes out to Candace on her 37th birthday, courtesy of Danielle.
Hello everyone in sunny South Africa. I just want to send a special wish to my sister Candace. Happy birthday for today. I hope that you have an awesome day. I hope that all your dreams come true and that you spend it with everybody who you love and cherish. And thank you for being such an awesome sister. It's always nice to have your birthday on a Friday. And yeah, this special message is from Nikki and I all the way in Korea, as well as the rest of the family in South Africa. So I hope you have an awesome day. I miss you. Bye.
Oh, man, that distance has got to be killing you. But Danielle, thank you so much. You might be watching streaming live right now. I hope that you are. Candace, happy birthday. Go.
Happy birthday. Okay, let's see who else to celebrate their birthdays. We've got Agnes Anthony here. He's turning, wait for it, it's a big one, 82. It's Agnes's 82nd birthday. Aunt Angie, or Aunt Aggie, rather. May God bless you with many more years to come. We love you. And then we've got another one here for Hannah, who's turning 6 today. It says, happy 6th birthday to my best friend, Hannah. I love you so much. This is from your
so
best
cute.
friend, Lira. Happy birthday, Hannah.
Oh, besties, love that. Then we would like to wish Lillian May a very happy birthday. All the best for today. Many of God's richest blessings on you. Enjoy your day. And that's from Rowan and Melanie. Happy birthday. And then happy birthday to my sister, Nomatiana Somkaba. May God bless you with many more years. Enjoy your day. And that's coming from your sister, Zandi. Happy birthday.
Candace Thorne. Want to wish Candace Thorne a happy 37th birthday. May all your dreams come true. Enjoy today. This is from your mom, your dad, Jonathan, Ma, Nana, as well as Auntie Lena. Happy birthday. And Sasha is turning 9 today. Long live, my beautiful child. We love you so much. This is from your parents. Happy birthday, Sasha.
Happy birthday, girl. And then a happy 11th birthday to my lovely cousin, Lufuno Lasesi. Well wishes from your mom, Nancy, the brothers, Mukove and Tumelo, and sister Angel. It's such a cool name, Angel. I love that. We love you so much, boy. Enjoy your day. Looks like a really happy dude. And then a very happy birthday to the sweet niece of mine, Jade, celebrating her sweet 16th birthday. May you be blessed even more. We love you.
Happy 33rd birthday to our mother, the Queen Impokoto, the pillar of our strength, the love of our life, the person who is always there for us no matter what. From your sons, Junior, Diani, and daughter Amukelani, we love you. This is for Mazila. Happy birthday, Mama Zila. Is this Zilla who's turning 33? Wow, looking really young.
Gorgeous.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
man.
Mama Zila. And Melanie Kohler, thank you, Melanie, for being a good friend, mother, colleague, and constant support and shoulder to cry on through the good and the bad times over the years. May God keep blessing you with all of your heart's desires. Uncle Mark must please spoil you dearly. Happy birthday, Melanie. Lots of love from Sina Mgiza. Happy birthday.
Then we're going to sneak in one more. So I'm going to ask our one cameraman, Pro, if you can turn your camera that way.
Because
Juicy!
It's your birthday, DJ Juicy! There's the camera. The camera is there, Juicy. The camera is there. There we go.
DJ Juice, not only one of the coolest cats around, one of the most phenomenal hip-hop DJs you will ever hear in your life. Go and check him out on social media. But just one of the coolest guys as well. We love you, bro.
Should I get up and come hug you now, Juicy?
Go,
Yes?
give him a smooch. Go give him a smooch, man. Go give him a
birthday, Juicy.
Look at him. No, we love you, brother. Thank you so much. You're just an incredible human being. So thanks for being you. And thank you to all of you who sent through your beautiful messages this morning. We really appreciate it. Happy birthday. Please send through videos if you can. 071-640-6551 is where you can send it. But I don't know, we are pretty useless when it comes to wishing birthdays. When you've got someone as talented as Belinda in the house, maybe she can do it a little better.
Okay, sweetie, time to blow out your candles.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa, brought to you by Pharmacodynamics.
Well, our feel-good studio is about to receive a sprinkling of the incredible talent that is Belinda Davids. 20th of November, you need to book your tickets and also just go on all of the music distribution platforms right now and pre-order the album. It's called
iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify.
All of them, all of them. It's called I Love Christmas. But right now, here she is performing so emotional. Take it away.
I just do. I've been hearing your heartbeat inside of me. I keep your photograph beside my bed. Living in a world of fantasies. I can get you out of my head. I've been waiting for the phone to ring all night. You wanna make me feel so good. I've got love of my own, baby. I shouldn't get so hung up on you. See, I remember the way that we touched. I wish I didn't like it so much. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby, and it's shocking what love can do. It's shocking what love can do. And it's shocking what love can do. I've gotta watch you walk in the room, baby. I've gotta watch you walk out. Yes, I do. I like the animal way you move, and when you talk, I just watch your mouth. See, I remember the way that we touched. I wish I didn't like it so much. No, 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 no. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby, and it's shocking what love can do. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby, and it's shocking what love can do. Shocking what love can do. And it's shocking what love can do. See, I remember the way that we touched. I wish I didn't like it so much. No, 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 no. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby, and it's shocking what love can do. I get so emotional, baby, every time, baby, I'm thinking of you. I get so emotional, baby, and it's shocking what love can do. I get so emotional.
That just happened live on your Feel Good. And it's what? It's not even 7:30 in the morning yet. Okay, make sure you book your tickets from the 20th of November until the 1st of December. The show is called The Greatest Love of All. It's at the Artscape here in Cape Town. And you told me something that kind of shocked me a little bit, but this is the very last time that people can see you doing this. What?
Bittersweet.
It's bittersweet, so it's a very, very special.
It's exclusive. It's going to be the last one. Guys, you have to see it.
You have to absolutely see it. If you thought this was good, imagine all of that now with an orchestra and a stage and lights and dresses and all of that. It's going to be amazing. In the meantime, link up with us on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page and let us know what you thought about that the performance of So Emotional. I'm getting emotional. I'm losing my words while I speak. Belinda Davids on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm so emotional.
Show that there's a glass and a half in everyone by lighting up the faces of orphaned and vulnerable children this festive season. Donate your pre-loved toys, books or games at the Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosity at the Gateway Theatre of Shopping in Durban between the 12th and 18th of November. You can also donate your pre-loved toys or new toys at selected Toys R Us stores or online at toysrus.co.za.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily goodness. Now also available in long life.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is such a fantastic Friday. I hope that you are enjoying it with us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show at the start of a brand new day. It's just received a sprinkling of magic, right?
Yeah, Belinda, that's just ridiculous talent, actually.
We were all so emotional.
Yeah, we were. I'm still feeling it a little bit.
Now listen up. The first episode of SABC3's brand new reality foodie and lifestyle competition show, The Taste Master, saw the 8 contestants go head-to-head to create the most Instagrammable dish. The talents of Woolworths digital media manager Umphile Situlwane were called on to serve as guest judge. And unfortunately, Chaba Mokake will not become the new resident foodie on Afternoon Express. And Umphile joins us this morning to share a little bit more about this journey and the excitement around it as well. But you were also getting so emotional.
Was.
You had your phone.
That's our life,
I did, yeah. It was so good. Yeah.
Every day, that's what we get private performances, but that was special.
Yeah.
So you Woolies digital manager, so and you know, kind of stranger to creating digital content yourself. We love you on Insta. You don't strike me as the most judgy person, though. What was it like stepping into a judge's role?
So nice.
You are one of the sweetest
this
people.
This is so hectic, guys. You know, what does someone have to lose? You know, yeah, it was such a privilege to be on the show. You know, a show of that caliber is something that I just need. You know, we've got a great foodie space and in South Africa. And when I heard about the show, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is exciting. We're finally going to get someone, another new foodie in the space. And yeah, was such a great privilege.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that we can offer this kind of platform to young creatives, but unfortunately it has to happen in this case for entertainment purposes as well in a competitive spirit. And so we had Charmaine's winning dish and we had Chaba's losing dish. Take us through the differences between the two. What makes a winning dish?
For Instagram especially.
For Instagram, exactly. Those were the specifics of this challenge.
Yes. Well, first of all the contestants did really well. I was actually quite proud of them. They used a lot of the tips that I gave them beforehand, and all of the images were really good. But Charmaine's dish was literally a work of art. You know, she used the light very well. She listened to everything, and yeah, it was beautiful.
So is that her?
That's her pavlova.
Showstopper pavlova.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just falling apart with delicious. It's like just lounging
and
all over
I'm not even
itself.
a pavlova fan, but when I saw that, I was just like, I'll give it a try. Yeah.
I mean, that's like a Woolies mag,
Yeah, it's
ready.
stunning.
That's a magazine
She did a
cover,
great
really.
job.
That's beautiful, man. For someone who loves food, a foodie in the making, possibly a future taste master, and wants to get involved and loves posting pictures and wants to be inspired in the same way that you do. What tips? You mentioned some tips you had given to the contestants. What tips do you have for the burgeoning foodie out there?
Funny thing is, I get this question quite a lot, and people usually ask me, do I need to buy a fancy camera or whatever? And I say, listen, phones these days are quite, they're really good.
Yeah.
Use the camera that's in your hand. Use natural light. A lot of people try to take pictures of food in a restaurant when it's dark and use the restaurant lighting. That's not so great. Natural light, a good day out, not too much harsh light. Make sure your dish is colorful. And be consistent with whatever you're posting. Don't start an Instagram foodie account and then suddenly you're posting pictures of your family vacation. That's
okay. Okay, so that's a gem in that, man.
With the contestants that now remain on the show, and there they are.
Oh, I love them.
What are some of the tips and some advice that you have for them in the competition going forward?
Keep it simple, guys. I know you want to probably go over the top with things. Focus on whatever tips you're getting from the resident taste master of that episode and keep things simple. Focus on your dish. Remember the Instagrammable bit, because as much as, whatever the next challenges might be, it might be a taste thing, but always make sure your gift looks really good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love that, because you do eat with your eyes.
Yeah, absolutely,
first.
exactly.
And it also, I suppose, it just takes them into that foodie space. It puts them on a platform that they can keep benefiting from, whether they win or not.
Absolutely.
You are just a beautiful, generous, wonderful spirit. Thank you so much for sharing that with the contestants as well. I'm sure this is not the last time we're going to chat to you about this particular journey, but the competition in the kitchen is heating up, excuse the pun, and you can get in on that action, get all of the action as well by entering Stella Artois' exciting competition, where you could win, get this, a trip to the beautiful Belgium where the beer is brewed and has been for centuries.
Oh, man.
You can find out more on how to enter by finding the Tastemaster on Twitter with the handle @TastemasterSA. Make sure to catch the first serving or the next serving of the Tastemaster. It goes out live every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on SABC3.
Join us for the Tastemaster, Tuesday evening at 7:30, as 8 finalists are down to 7 and headed for the wine country to master farm to fork seasonal dining. The challenge: to make fresh honey the hero of an unbeatable dish, win over judges Zola Nene and Gregory Zarnecki, and make it to the final 6 of the Tastemaster. That's Tuesday evening at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours. Own it.
Well, here's the thing. It is officially summer in this country of ours, and we know what summer means. It means braais over here, over there, everywhere. But what we also know about braais, absolutely, is that every braai deserves some decent sides to enjoy with your meat, right? What's a braai without a good side? And today is no different. We're making a clover cheese and sweet corn tart. It sounds very complicated, but here to show us how easy it is Anel, resident foodie, but of course Belinda Davids joins us in the kitchen as well.
I love to cook.
Do you really love to cook? When do you
cook.
get a chance?
Actually, last night, after my long day, I rushed home and made a great piece of salmon and had broccoli and veggies on the side, and that was it. And that was...
Are you great at braaiing?
Great at braai.
And sides and all of
Love a good old braai.
Well, we're about to take your love for braais to a whole new level because Anel's going to show us how to make this clover, cheese and sweet corn tart. What? Maak ons, Anel?
Maak eintlik, weet jy wat, 'n Pop-Tart.
Ah.
You know, everybody knows a Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
And Belinda, I get so emotional, baby.
Put a Pop-Tart, I tell you.
A Pop-Tart makes me so emotional.
Don't cry, but make the recipe first, and then after we can cry when we taste it.
So normally a Pop-Tart has got like tomato and onion over it, smother over it, and cheese.
Yes.
But we are going to take it to a different level. So we've got some pap in here already cooked.
Okay, so this is like putu pap, which is obviously it's softer.
Yes, it's softer. It's just like crumbly putu pap. So the eggs are just going to make it set nicely. Okay. So the only other thing we're going to add is a bit of salt, always seasoning. Season your pap. And for the eggs as well, and a bit of pepper. And then we are tripling up on corn. Like we've got pap here, we've got the corn that's go in here, like whole corn. Lekker, nee?
My son loves corn.
Oh, and it's so healthy, actually.
So what you've done is you've obviously boiled the corn.
No.
What have you done with it?
I did tin out.
At the tin, because it's convenient when you're making a braai. It's all about ease.
It's all about convenience.
Yeah.
For sure, you can go and buy the corn and sny af. But jy weet, as jy braai, ons wil dit vannaand doen.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Couldn't agree
So,
more.
if you can give me that in there.
Okay, here
And then,
you go.
Belinda, I'm going to ask you to mix our topping.
Okay.
And it's nachos chips. Can
Yes.
you glo? And they are so spicy.
I was like, is that nachos?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
what
our-
flavour?
I don't know, but it's
Any
like a
flavour?
spicy flavour. You can
Can I
use
taste it?
anything. So it adds a
flavour is it?
crunch and spiciness.
Yeah.
You can add that. That is a bit
It
of...
looks like it's just a regular cheese. Oh, they're spicy on that.
Ah,
There's a bit of
nice.
ice.
So what do you want Belinda to do with this?
Add your spring onions.
Can I use this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Add your spring onions there.
Spring
Onions going in there.
What else?
And some cheese,
And
for
some
sure.
cheese or all of it?
All of the cheese.
All of it.
All of it.
All of the cheese.
We go
Clover
big.
We don't skimp when it comes to cheese, eh?
Yes.
And
Clover cheese over there.
just like
Love
you,
that.
just like getting that cheese in
God.
there,
Don't
cheese all
worry.
over the place.
Don't
But
worry
of course,
about
we're
messing.
making use of this clover cheese,
Okay,
which is
mixing it
manufactured
in
using
there.
pasteurized, standardized cow's milk. It's fantastic. There's a variety of different cheeses ranging from cheddar, Gouda, Tussers, white cheddar to feta. So you
Okay,
actually
so now-
are covered, whatever your taste is when it comes to that.
And then-
Belinda, gebruik jou hande nou.
Oh, my word.
Go in, man.
Yeah,
Go in with
fast.
I don't think
go in
Belinda
with the
knew that she was
hands.
coming to do all of this
I
manual
was
labor.
not coming here for this, but this is so much fun, guys.
And now
Okay.
you sprinkle that
Sprinkle
on
it
top.
over. Yeah,
this
nice and even.
Goes into the oven, 180 degrees for about 10-15 minutes. And voila!
Voila, you come out with this. And I know everyone at
Beautiful.
home
Magic of
right
tea.
now is sitting there and wondering, how do I get my hands on this recipe? Well, it's pretty easy. SMS Clover to 33728 will send you with an SMS with a link to the recipe. And then you know how to make this. But just in case you missed any of the steps, ladies, well, I mean, this looks good. This is very easy to make. If you missed any of these steps, check this out.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover.
No decent braai is ever served without some delicious sides, like this flavorful clover cheese and sweet corn tart. Start off by adding 2 eggs to a cup of cooked maize meal. Then stir to combine. Next, add 2 cups of drained corn kernels and mix together again. Then add a cup of grated clover cheddar cheese to a separate bowl, followed by 2 sliced spring onions, half a cup of crushed nachos, and stir to combine. Press the corn mixture into a greased pie dish and top with the cheese mixture. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes until golden on top. Crunchy, cheesy, and filling. This clover cheese and sweet corn tart is a must-have scrumptious recipe for the summer's braai season.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh my goodness.
Well, and there you go. Easy as that. Clover to 33728 will send you an SMS with a link to the recipe, and you get to impress the whole family and friends with this clover cheese and sweet corn tart made with love by Clover. Okay, look, it's all in the tasting. Yep. Anel, I know that you can be creative, but if Belinda doesn't agree that it tastes amazing, then you've done nothing today.
I'm such a foodie. Okay, let's get this.
Please let me know if it makes you emotional,
Okay.
Belinda.
Okay.
I also want to taste.
Me as well.
Asseblief, jy moet probeer.
Oh, that's so
emotional.
Hey, Hey, when I taste that tart.
The Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
The Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart. Listen, this is so... The crunch. That's the thing for me. It's like, okay, I don't want a soggy thing, but this, I'm having breakfast, guys. This is very good.
Eat it.
I love the crunchiness and the flavour that the nachos bring, and then you've got the whole corn inside, and then the sour cream.
You'll have everybody talking about it. Clover to 33728. Happy eating!
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover.
Okay, so Belinda, are you full now? Are you feeling better?
That was very, very tasty.
Okay, cool. Well, we did ask you guys at home on Expresso Morning Show SABC3 to let us know what songs you like by Whitney Houston, and what we've been doing throughout the morning is we've got Belinda singing a little snippet of it, and we've received a comment here that came through from Anastasia Theron, or Theron, and it says, "Good morning, Expresso. I want to dance with somebody." That's her favorite song. You've just had like a whole Pop-Tart, but I'm sure that's not going to stop you. So,
I love him.
A 10-second Danyana.
Okay. This is a 10-second
Dance with
Danyana.
somebody.
Clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away.
Hey, hey.
I've done it right up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how.
Hey.
And when the night falls, my loneliness calls.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Friday morning, and what a Friday it is indeed. It's been a Friday.
So yeah.
The most Friday we've ever had.
Oh, yeah, completely.
Anyway, let's focus on this Sunday's race that's coming up, which will be the 47th Brazilian Grand Prix and the penultimate round of the 2019 Formula One season. Although Lewis Hamilton has already been crowned champion, the racing action will continue at the 4.3-kilometer circuit at the Autodromo José Carlos Pace in Interlagos. And here to talk us through all of the action, what we can expect from the best drivers in the world, we welcome motorsport writer Dane Hansen. Great to have you here, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Dane, what a season. What a Formula One season. I think so much was said about the lack of interest or the lack of excitement, if you will, about Formula One. For me, as a non-convert, I'm now a convert. I've loved it. I've loved watching the subtext in all the different battles, be it as a driver, be it as a producer. We've seen so much going on, but now we turn. I can't believe that this really long season is about to wrap up. We know that Lewis Hamilton Hamilton is the name that is on everyone's lips. But when we talk about the Brazilian Grand Prix, one name certainly comes to mind, and whether you're a Formula One fan or not, and that's Ayrton Senna. Why is that association so powerful, do you think?
Well, Ayrton Senna, he's a local hero, a local legend. And it took him 8 attempts to win his home Grand Prix.
Wow.
Starting in 1984, his career, he won it in 1991. And it was not under easy conditions at all. It was a very, very difficult race. His car was stuck in 6th gear for a good portion of that, but he did manage to bring home the car.
Seeing it right now, look at that.
Yeah, exactly that. And it was heroic. It was the kind of stuff that has inspired many a Hollywood film, I'm sure. So he was so exhausted after the race that some of the marshals, some of his team members, some of the race doctors had to lift him out of the car. And it was real Titanic to see him lift the flag up on the podium and the trophy afterwards.
You almost think with the level of technology at the moment, if a driver had to get stuck in 6th gear for a portion, that would be game over. It's not like, you could just overcome it and do it now. It speaks of the time, something really special, man.
And as we look back at this legendary footage, I remember Lewis Hamilton on so many occasions also just paying homage to Ayrton Senna. I think he's like a hero for him personally. And of course, he won the race, the Brazilian Grand Prix race last year. A disaster it was for Max Verstappen, who could have won it. He's had many instances in this season as well where it just didn't work out.
Like his maturity maybe isn't there yet. Yeah.
I think it is. Last year, he had a bit of a difficult year. Being in a top-tier Formula One team like Red Bull, it is a little bit difficult to get to grips with how the cars work. I think he had a bit of a shunt in Monaco last year at practice, and I think that really changed his mindset. Since then, he really has come into his own, and he's showed some real maturity. Last year, yes, it was a bit controversial. He was passing a driver called Esteban Ocon, and Esteban was a back marker. And normally what happens when you're passing a back marker, a marshal will show that back marker a blue flag. That means slow down. The guy is actually winning, is about to pass. These two have a little bit of history in some Formula categories before Formula One.
Got beef. They got some beef.
And where Ocon perhaps should have yielded, and perhaps where Verstappen should have been a little bit more cautious, neither of them were, and they connected at the center S, and that eventually cost.
There it is. Oh, there we go. Race ending.
Adios, muchachos.
Wow, that must be such a gut punch for somebody who, if you're performing that well and you're leading the pack, you have right of way, and then something like that happens, and you can clearly hear the frustration.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is, the frustration.
So, buddy, what's in it now for this? We know that Hamilton's won it, but there is still a battle royale. We've seen a Ferrari team that, despite being fastest on a lot of the tracks, has just not lived up to its potential at the moment. So many internal battles within the teams between their two top drivers. Who's the form driver going into this weekend? Is Hamilton going to take this? Are we going to see Ferrari with one last hurrah going into this final straight? Excuse the pun.
This is going to be one of the more interesting parts of the season. 1, the gloves are off. 2, we've come off the back of the summer break, and a lot of the cars, a lot of the teams are not really where we thought they were going to be. Mercedes, they're always the pick of the bunch. They're always going to be in and around there, even when they've had slower weekends. Ferrari, their qualifying pace is generally on it, but their race pace has been a little bit disappointing. This is a high downforce track, and designed by Adrian Newey. He's known for designing very aerodynamically efficient cars. So there's a very tight, twisty Sector 2 where the cars just slither through. I think Red Bull will be up there. Max Verstappen's got unfinished business, so I think we can expect.
When you say a high downforce track, what does that mean? What does that pertain to? What does that result to in terms of the race?
So basically, all the Formula One cars, you see that they're like upside down airplanes. So whereas an airplane's got a wing to help the car take it off, these have to keep the cars down. Adrian Newey, he's a household name for any Formula One fan. Probably one of the best designers the sport has ever seen, and he's known for creating cars that have an exceptional amount of downforce without much drag. Drag is something that slows the car down. And having a tight Sector 2 like we have here at Interlagos, it's going to be fantastic to see that Red Bull go through there. So I think the Red Bull will be up there. Max Verstappen's got unfinished business. I think he's got to right some wrongs from last year. Never counts out Ferrari, but definitely I think Mercedes will be there.
Definitely glad that I got to work my tongue around Interlagos.
Interlagos, man.
Hey, thanks very much for bringing us excitement. It's going to be an exciting race, regardless of the fact that Lewis Hamilton has already walked away with the crown of the season. As you said, lots of unfinished business, and of course the conclusion of the entire season in Abu Dhabi on the weekend of the 29th, the 1st of December. But do enjoy the race and let us know your thoughts.
Oh, yes, it's that time of the week. Once again, it's Bob's Boot of the Week. On Monday, we had so much fun. We challenged you at home to send in your attempt of the cat versus cucumber challenge. It's been taking social media by storm, with no cats completing the challenge. We did receive this very hilarious image of Samira January and beautiful Kitty, who couldn't stand the sight of a cucumber. Take a look at this.
But this is...
Okay.
I mean, I don't own any pets, right? But you can see how much entertainment value you can derive from your cats just having these challenges go on. But of course, Samira January, you and your adorable Kitty, you are Bob's new Boot of the Week.
Bobby
You have
loves
joined the squad, and of course, the lucky winner of a Hills Cat food hamper. Enjoy that.
Amazing, amazing. So do please stay tuned for next week's challenge, where you'll have the chance to be featured as Bob's Boot of the Week and win some amazing prizes with Hills. And of course, Bob approves this. Right, Bob?
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
This is some very cute video.
Oh, very, very fun. Does it make us less, you know, of a human being because we ridicule our poor pets like this? No, we love it. We absolutely love it.
They entertain us, we entertain them, right?
No, completely. It makes them feel like they're part of the family, and it's so much fun. So enjoy that, playing some little tricks on your pets. But of course, I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know why I get nervous around Black Friday. Black Friday sales, it just feels so intense, and you start thinking, but I need to get stuff, I need to do something, you know? But there's so much. Is there something that you're after? Is there like a piece of
I am
tech
definitely
or,
after. First of all, I'm so out of the loop about Black Friday.
Okay.
I forgot it was next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
First of all,
and it's kind of like a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big deal. Okay, so now that I know, I'm going for my double door French doors fridge.
Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I need a big fridge.
You like space?
Yes, I like space, and maybe a man.
And maybe
oh, right.
Okay.
Maybe he'll be in that fridge, and when you go, he'll be like, ta-da!
And now that we know how much you love cooking, and I'm just seeing your little apron.
Yeah.
Dudes, get ready.
Inside,
ready, go.
Imagine all of that inside a fridge. Somebody needs to
That's
organize
good, that's
that.
good.
And you, Graham?
I don't know. I'm always I start thinking about maybe like a new laptop or something like that. If there's like a really good deal, just maybe. But the most important thing is that we stay safe, that we don't get caught out, and that we are prepared. And we're going to help shops in particular prepare, because now suddenly you're going to be doing 1,000 more transactions over that time. So we've got our team from Nedbank here to just educate, empower us, if you will, ahead of Black Friday in just a moment.
And if you're looking to surprise Belinda in a fridge, we are taking applications.
Let's get the little apron, the little one.
I wanna dance with somebody. Feel good breakfast show.
Of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack, and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
If it feels good, if you're feeling good, put one hand in the air, say yeah. If it feels good, if you're feeling good, 'cause love is in the air, say yeah. Staring smarter way. Oh, I can tell.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Very good morning if you've just tuned in. You've missed so much. It's been an amazing show, and we're going to continue climbing towards the weekend right now. But of course, very important time. The Black Friday phenomenon is officially in South Africa. In fact, we are one of the countries who have embraced it more than any other globally. We all, I think, can't wait for the day where we get to score on the craziest, biggest deals and discounts. And in case you didn't know, Black Friday will be falling on the 29th of November this year. So mark it down, start working on your wish list. Now, as much as we are really excited about all the shopping we can do, it is also crucial that business owners are prepared for the influx of shoppers and all the different kinds of payment methods that might cross their path. So here to share how business owners can be prepared is Josephine Balia, the head of Acceptance Business Solutions from Nedbank. Josephine, thank you so much. It's quite a title, hey? That's quite a title, Josephine.
And a big responsibility as well. I mean, just the other day we were chatting about the many ways in which consumers can pay and make payments and take advantage of Black Friday when it does come. But I'm sure there are business owners sitting there and thinking, sure, how do I make sure when these consumers walk through my door, I'm ready to accept these payments? So how can business owners be prepared?
Well, yeah, look, it's a very exciting time. And I think that there's this build-up to the 29th of November.
Yeah.
And I think from a business perspective, we need to make sure that from business readiness side of things, you want to make sure you've got enough stock. Yeah. People are going to be buying. Yeah. Your sales strategy and accessibility. So when I say accessibility, I mean you need to make sure that you can accept payments, whether it's someone paying you in cash, someone paying you with a card, someone who wants to, I don't know, use their smartphone. You need to make sure you can accept payments across all those methods. And I think most of that has to happen ahead of time. If you're already established as a business, you'll have a point-of-sale machine or what is a card machine, that thing that takes the card.
Yeah, we know.
And I think, you know, make sure it's all charged up, you know, make sure your Wi-Fi and your networks are working well. Just some basics, you should have a backup device from your bank. So ensure you've got your backup device, that's all charged up and that's ready. If you're an online store, biggie, make sure you have enough server capacity to deal with the influx that's going to be coming into your online store. Especially if you've got cool stuff happening on there.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. I think I remember reading a statistic that South Africa and Spain, funnily enough, are the most active on Black Friday in the world. We love it, and we do get insane deals. But ultimately, you want quick, easy, and convenient payments. And you guys have come up with some pretty innovative merchant payment solutions. Can you take us through some of those?
Yeah, I think before we get to the innovation, if we could, you know, Nedbank has worked really hard with its telecoms partners, so to ensure that our mobile and our fixed infrastructure, you know, is actually ready to take the load of everybody coming in to actually shop on Black Friday. So we've definitely done a lot of work around that this year, and that's definitely in place. And then from an innovations perspective, QR technology is a growing means of accepting payments in South Africa now. It's actually on the up and up. And that's where a business gets a QR code. And that can be in a physical form or even, you know, sort of generated on a screen. And as a consumer, someone who's just buying or would like to buy, I can scan that. So, yeah, and actually, I really think QR payments, it's so cool because it's so convenient. It's the future. It's so convenient. And from a consumer perspective, I scan and pay. And, you know, you could be in the middle of load shedding. And you can still pay. You know, it's that convenient.
You're never offline.
You are never offline. If you have your smartphone and you can scan, you can pay. And for our, 7 million Nedbankers out there who have our Money app, you just open that Money app, And right on the front, there's a little tab that says Scan to Pay.
Boom.
Click on that, pay, and out you go. You don't have to stand in a queue. You know, it really is so convenient.
This is
So
fantastic.
QR payments are great.
So obviously, you know, the focus usually is around those businesses that are physical businesses. You walk in and you can use your card, you can tap and do all of that.
Yeah.
What about an online business? If somebody runs an online business, what options are out there for them?
So we have a few products. Nedbank Lite is probably the product that's the easiest to use.
Nedbank Lite?
Yes, Nedbank Lite. And you can set that up yourself. It's a plug-and-play, easy-to-use option. We also have Pocket POS, which is a physical option. I mean, that you guys know about. But in the online space, we cater for everyone from, you know, Nedbank Lite for your sort of smaller business, all the way to your large enterprise businesses that run big online stores that are really going to be rocking it this this Black Friday. So yeah, we definitely would recommend
something for every type of business.
Yes,
I'm like in my mind trying to think how many transactions are actually going to transpire on Black Friday. It's probably going to break world records. I think
it's crazy. And you know, I think what we've been hearing in our environment as well is that we have consumers who are holding back spend because they are waiting and anticipating, and you know, probably sticking stuff in their baskets and stuff and saying, I'm waiting for Friday and then I'm going to push play.
But you hit the money there. You've got to have a wish list. Trust me, you've got to, especially with your online banking. But I think most importantly, and as someone who had my card details taken and someone tried to do an online transaction, and thank you, Nedbank, for stepping in before they were able to do that, before I even knew, I was alerted. So thank you so much. Saved me a massive, massive loss there. But we want people to be safe. Any tips you have for consumers going into Black Friday?
Absolutely. Number one, you know, we get excited. There's a lot of, it's you know, for me, it kicks off the festives. You know, come on, we're there. I think we just need to stop and think. You know, guys, there are going to be deals out there. If they look like they're too good to be true, probably too good to be true. Look at the sites, especially shopping online. You know, there's small things that let you know that the site is secure. It's a security, you know, it's a secure site. It's something that you can, you know you're going to go through the right gateways. You can trust that space when you're shopping. And also, I think there's small things you can do. You know, you've got the Money app, for instance, if you bank with Nedbank and you've got the Money app, just check back into the app. It's really easy. Go in the app, check your transactions, look at what you're shopping. Oh, yes, I did buy that. That is amount that went through. You know, if you pick up anything that's a bit dodgy or you feel like something's gone wrong with your card, if you can't find your card, you know, all those things are really easy to manage in the app. You can just block, unblock, you know, in the app. It's really
fraud
easy.
line is always open.
Yes, exactly. But, you know, the stuff we'd say to our consumers all the time, guys, don't give anyone your card. Don't give them your PIN. Make sure that you know, I also think in the current climate in South Africa, it's important that we also talk about, you know, also responsible spending.
Don't spend money you don't have.
Yeah, come on, guys. You know, like just, you know, think about it. You know, set yourself a budget. You know, obviously we're not telling you how to, you know,
spend your money.
But you know, I think it's important at this time of year, especially with all the deals and the great stuff.
I think also you don't want a financial fallout going into the festive season. You know, this is where December, January, we generally are under more financial pressure. So don't kind of, you know, destabilize yourself. Josephine, thank you so much. Hopefully a lot of small businesses out there are like, okay, this is my time to score, but you are prepared, and consumers, just be responsible. We work hard for our money. Look after it.
Think about it. So if you are a business owner and you are wanting to make sure that you are absolutely ready to give to your customers convenient, quick and simple ways to pay when they do come through, go on netbank.co.za and do click on their innovative merchant payment solutions and they'll sort you out.
Cool. Hey, they will sort us out, but it is still, definitely sorted. But it is still Friday, so you know what that means. It's time to pick a box for the last time. Let's say it together. I'm a pick a boxini. Oh, that was bad, hey? Bad. Now, courtesy of Dion Wyatt, we have had the best in tech to give to you, and we are officially, I know, down to our very last prize. And we have one more lucky winner on the line who's about to claim that prize all for himself. Now, Kat, you're going to do this. Is it still with us?
Yes. Nicholas, are you there?
I'm here, Kat. How are you?
All good, man. Nicholas from Pretoria is our winner, everybody! Yay! He entered the competition. competition. Nicholas, great to have you on the line. Tell me quickly about what prize were you hoping for? Because we had 3 great prizes at the start of this competition.
From the 7th of October, I was hoping for an Apple phone, man.
All right, but do you know what prize is left in the box marked number 1?
Yes, some printer and Samsung tablet.
Absolutely. You are now the proud new owner of an Epson printer and Samsung tablet bundle valued at 6,499 rand. It's all yours, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Are you very excited?
I am excited.
Tell me, are you going to be keeping the prize for yourself, or are you thinking of gifting it to someone else?
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, keep it for yourself, man.
It's my Christmas present.
I beg your pardon?
It's my Christmas present.
It's your Christmas present. Maybe if you're a businessman out there, you got some business ventures as an entrepreneur going, this will be very, very useful for you. Enjoy it, and thanks for entering the competition, Nicholas.
Okay, thanks, man. Enjoy your day further.
Oh, you sound so excited. We love you, Nicholas!
And we also want to say thank you to everyone that entered the competition. But guess what? It's not over yet, because you still have a chance to win a 30-second tech dash in a Dion Wired, and this all valued at 100,000 rand. Imagine that. But you only have until 9 a.m. this morning to enter, so be quick and make sure that you get your entry in. And all you have to do is SMS the keyword Dion Wired, then your name and email address to 33728. SMSs will cost you R1.50 and no free SMSs apply, and T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Thanks very much to our friends at Dion Wired for making these wonderful prizes available. Good luck to that person who's going to win that 30-second tech dash. We're going to take a break.
Stream Fireplace.
Dion Wired, where humans go for technology. Win a trip to London from the 12th to the 20th of November with Travel Start, Virgin Atlantic, and in the company of our local explorers, Danilo Acquisto and Akila Haron. Catch this travel fab duo on Expresso with their guide to the time of your life in London town. Vote for your favorite itinerary on the Travel Start website and put yourself in the draw for those 2 return tickets on Virgin Atlantic.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, welcome back to it. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show, live, large and in charge on this fantastic Friday morning that's been with Belinda Davids. We've been giving away great prizes. Nicholas is very, very happy.
Happy, yeah.
Nicholas Khasi all the way from Pretoria. Congratulations to you. But listen, we're loving your comments coming through on Expresso Morning Show SABC3 on Facebook and on Twitter as well, as we've asked you, what is your favorite Whitney Houston song? I don't think you told us what yours is, Jamie.
Because I know why. I'm not going to say because then you can make me sing it. But Saving All My Love for
Saving
You.
All My Love.
Yeah.
Okay, sing it for us, man. No?
It's okay, ma. It's okay. Lost, ma.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, I'm saving all my love for you. Ow!
With the bye-bye. All right, let's check out the news.
And here we are with that final look at your news, starting off with South African Airways, who has cancelled upcoming flights for today and tomorrow as it battles a looming strike by employees. This is over wages and plans to cut jobs. The strike was due to start at 4 o'clock this morning. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees has engaged in talks with refugees who forced their way into its offices in Pretoria yesterday. The Commissioner has called for a peaceful resolution of the protest. In international headlines, the inaugural Time 100 Next list has revealed the rising stars who are revolutionizing their respective fields and industries. 6 Africans are amongst the prestigious lineup, including Uganda's Robert Kyagulanyi Sentamu, better known as Bobby Wine. New Zealand's parliament has voted in favor of legalizing euthanasia, paving the way for a national referendum on the issue next year. The bill was passed with a vote of 69 to 51, ending years of heated parliamentary debate on the topic. And finally, a challenge thrown to them by Springbok teammate Faf de Klerk, now famous for celebrating victory against England while wearing just his patriotic South African flag Speedo, has South Africa's Rugby World Cup heroes stripping down on their social media accounts. This to raise awareness about testicular cancer. The campaign urges men to regularly check themselves for signs of testicular cancer, and the cancer is particularly common amongst men aged 15 to 49. And the campaign has seen Springboks captain Siya Kolisi, Makazole Mapimpi, Cheslin Kolbe, Damien the Islander, Malcolm Max and Jesse Kriel stripped for a good cause. This is a partnership with a pharmaceutical company which runs a website that offers a fact sheet on testicular cancer. Go check those pictures out. And that's where we leave it for this morning. Here's Graham with a final look at your sports.
So in football, Bafana suffered a 2-0 defeat to Ghana. That was in their 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifier at the Cape Coast Stadium in Ghana last night. In cricket, our Mzansi Super League action continued last night with the Cape Town Blitz looking very impressive, claiming a comprehensive 57-run win over the defending champions Josie Stars at Newlands. Then in golf, it's all going down in Sun City. South Africa's Louis Oosthuizen overcame kidney stones to take a 3-shot lead. It was after the opening round of the Nedbank Golf Challenge, currently playing out in Sun City. And in tennis, 20-time Grand Slam winner Roger Federer, he's advanced to the ATP Finals semi-finals last night. That was after beating his old foe Novak Djokovic in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3 in London. And then big news in motorsport. The 3-time MotoGP champion Jorge Lorenzo has announced that he will retire from the sport. That's after Sunday's final race of the 2019 season in Valencia. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Friday morning.
Let's take a final look at what's happening on the roads in Gauteng Centurion. There's more than a 40-minute delay on the N14 northbound between John Avenue and EOFS. As a result, there's more than a 20-minute delay on Verde Road between Botha Avenue and Saxby. Please be patient on the road this morning. Now bring it home to the Western Cape Strand. There are planned road closures on the N2 inbound and outbound before Broadway Boulevard. This is scheduled to take place this weekend. Please follow detour signage. In the Metrorail Cape Flats line, there is an extended travel time of 15 to 20 minutes on the Cape Flats line due to current infrastructure conditions and sets out of service. There was a final look on what's happening on the roads. Let's take a look at what's happening in the weather.
A 0-fee account with 0 surprises. That's different.
Money.
on this beautiful Friday. We have asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. So thank you so much to Chepo Mojako for your amazing sunrise from Groblersdal in Limpopo, and Sam Cross for your sunrise from Durban, as well as Nombulelo Gama for your sunrise from Johannesburg, and then lastly, Aldi Chopana for your beautiful sunrise from Lesotho. Let's take a final look at what's happening in the rest of the country. In Polokwane, there's a low of 15 and a high of 28. Thunderstorms can be expected for Umbumbela with a low of 15 and a high of 29. Pretoria 14-30, Johannesburg 12-28, and high humidity for Mahikeng with a low of 16 and a high of 32. Klerksdorp 13-30, Kimberley 16-32, lots of sunshine, so make sure to be hydrated. Bloemfontein 12-30, and heavy rainfall can be expected for you, Richards Bay, with a low of 18 and a high of 22. Thunderstorms are also expected for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 14, peaking at 19. A couple of showers for Durban with 19 ranging to 23. Occasional rain from Mthatha with a low of 13 and a high of 23. Heavy rainfall for you, East London, with a low of 16 and a 23, so make sure to get that umbrellas out. Craddock 13-30, high humidity for Port Elizabeth with a low of 17 and a high of 24. George 15-22, and the lowest temperature in the country is for you, Sutherland, with an all low of 10 and a high of 27. Southeasterly wind of 28 kilometers per hour for the mother city, Cape Town, with a low of 17 and a high of 23. Worcester 15-30, Springbok 13-32, and the highest temperature in the country is for you, Uppington, with a low of 18 and a high of 35. It is Friday, make it count.
Listen, we're having so much fun with you on social media as well, Belinda. You are inspiring everyone to come out and tell us and share their stories with us. We got this comment. Take a look at this. So Josephine Pixton says that, "Good morning, Expresso show. When I was younger, I was told by everyone that I look like a young Whitney Houston." So look at that picture in the middle there, that middle.
Yeah, I see that one.
At the bottom there, that's Josephine.
Yeah.
You see the resemblance?
She's definitely got the hair going on.
Got the hair. Got the hair going on.
She's got the bob, you know, the everyday. I had that bob.
But then she goes on to say that now older, they're saying that she looks
like Tina Turner.
Look at that. What do you think? Yeah? Yes. Is it all in the hair?
She's got the red lips going on. She's got the red... No, guys, I'm being... No.
But listen, when it comes to Belinda, it's
guys,
no, you're very nice about it, I know that. But it's about more than just the look, it's about the pure passion and the talent. And from the 20th of November until the 1st of December, you can get to see it live in action alongside the South African Philharmonic Orchestra, which will be absolutely insane at the Artscape.
I am so excited.
And that show is called The Greatest Love of All. What's the song that you've prepared for us now?
$1 Million Bills.
Oh, look at you! Yes! Take it away.
If it feels good, if you're feeling good, put one hand in the air, say yeah. If it feels good, if you're feeling good, 'cause love is in the air, say yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, staring in my face. Oh, they played a song, we hit the floor, you held me strong, and we danced the night away. Oh, I can't see the way that he's making me feel this way about his love. I've been looking for something like this, I'm saying, whoa. And if he makes you feel, everybody, makes you go, get you spinning round and round, say, come on, oh baby, it's been a long, long time since I found that love was in my way. Oh, I've been looking, I've been searching for the man to touch this place. Oh yeah. The way that he is making me feel this way about his love. I've been looking for something like this, I'm saying, whoa. And if he makes you feel say, come on and say, makes you go left, right, come to round and round. If it feels good, if you're feeling good, put one hand in the air, say yeah. If it feels good, if you're feeling good, 'cause love is in the air. Love is in the air. Makes you go left, right, up, down, around, If he makes you feel, makes you go left, right, up, down, around. Come on and say, oh yeah, yeah. Play that bass. Oh, and if he makes you feel, he makes you feel, he makes you feel. Up, right, left, right, round and round, round and round. He makes you feel, he makes you feel, round and round, yeah. Makes you go left, right, up, down, round and
Yeah, Belinda Davids on your feel-good breakfast show. Wait, I'll stay here. You just buzzed in that glow. Beautiful performance. I hope that you enjoyed that. The show is on at the Artscape from the 20th of November all the way through until the 1st of December. And also, on that special day, the 20th of November, will be the date for the release of Belinda's album called I Love Christmas. So get the album on the day. Pre-order it now if you will. Pre-book your tickets as well and go and check her out. It is the last time that you'll be able to see Belinda Davids on the stage in Cape Town performing a tribute to the one and only Whitney Houston. Very, very special morning here for us, and I hope that you're enjoying it too. Link up with us on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page and let us know what you thought about that.
It was amazing.
I feel like $1 million bills right now, you know?
Too.
Sing it now, Tabsy.
Show that there's a glass and a half in everyone by lighting up the faces of orphaned and vulnerable children this festive season. Donate your pre-loved toys, books or games at the Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosity at the Gateway Theatre of Shopping in Durban between the 12th and 18th of November. You can also donate your pre-loved toys or new toys at selected Toys R Us stores or online at toysrus.co.za.
welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. We brought it back to the kitchen once again because, well, have you ever wondered what a jalapeno Papa-style burger would taste like? Well, I think it's pretty genius. And what better way to kickstart the weekend than with a delicious, jaw-stretching, mouth-watering burger, perfectly browned and cooked with the DeLonghi Ideal Fry air fryer and multi-cooker. It is a game changer of a machine. Popping the jalapenos in the kitchen today is Chef Clem. Welcome back once again, Chef Clem. Yesterday, I mean, you blew my mind. I watched you from home make an entire cake.
Why were you at home?
You know, some days you must rest. You must
All right,
rest.
okay.
But you made a whole cake out of this, and today you're showing us how to make this jalapeno Papa-styled burger.
There we go. So it's kind of inspired by jalapeno Papa because you normally get the cream cheese and the mozzarella stuffed inside the jalapeno.
Yeah.
Now I've kind of mixed all those together and stuffed it inside the burger.
Okay.
I mean, a few months ago I had a dream gig, right?
Yeah.
I had to travel the country eating burgers.
Every day.
Someone paid me.
Every day.
For like, literally for a month and a bit. Someone paid me to travel the country and eat burgers.
Life for you has no complaints. You've got nothing to cry about, complain
Too
about.
blessed.
So what are you doing here?
Right, so I was going to say, so actually from that journey that I learned, the most important thing and the best burgers are actually the ones that had a serious crust on them. Okay, so to get the crust, you normally have to use very, very high heat and kind of smash it down. But today we're actually going to use a DeLonghi, the air fryer, we started with the Ideal Fryer on Monday, we're ending it off with it again, right? Just to prove that crust is a must, and you get it in these burgers.
And this helps you get that crust.
It's next level.
That's what I want to see.
Salt and pepper, very, very important, because mince needs a lot of salt.
Yes.
And then what you want to do, I'm going to ask you cream cheese, jalapenos, and mozzarella. If you can mix those together for me, I'm going to give you this along. And while you're doing that, I'm going to shape the meatballs. Meatballs basically is what it is. So when it comes to burgers, what must you have on a burger?
What must you have?
For you.
For me, on a burger, cheese.
Just cheese?
Yeah, cheese is a must-have.
Yeah, keep it simple actually when it comes to burgers,
Yeah,
right?
because you don't want to, the more complicated and fancy you try to make it, sometimes it can be a bit of a letdown. I've found many times when I've gone to those restaurants where you can make your own burger, that the more stuff you stack up in there, you actually end up being like, I don't know, what do you know?
I feel you. So this is a stuffed style burger. In America, there was a place that created the Juicy Lucy burger.
Oh, Juicy
So that's kind of taken over nice. So the cheese is on the inside, not on the outside. But it's still kept very, very simple. You can see there's not a lot of garnish. It's like tomato and lettuce. Yeah. Very, very chilled. Okay, I'm gonna give you this. So that's our filling. So you can actually freeze that and it'll stay in your freezer for months. Okay?
Nice.
So we're gonna use it fresh today. So I just need like a nice heaping spoon of that to go inside the patty.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some of this.
Yo, that's a... do
you want more?
Less.
Less. Okay. Less is more, I guess, in the world of burgers.
There we go.
Is that enough?
No. Now you just bring... I need a little more than...
Okay.
It is our first time in the kitchen. Do you know that?
It's our first time together. Here in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Cool. Nice mix,
cool.
mix.
So you get that in. That's your stuffing that you put in there. Listen, if you want to know how to make this, what we're making this morning, that keyword is burger. SMS burger to 33728. We'll send you an SMS with a link to the recipe, as shown by Chef Clem.
Cool. There we go. We're going to pop it in. Can I get the cloth that's right in front of you quickly? Okay. So we're going to pop it into our Ideal Fry. Very important thing, we don't need to preheat. That is a huge thing. So you don't need to wait for the machine to get hot.
Yeah.
So heat setting, I'm on 1. I want to take it all the way to 4 when I get the serious crust in it.
So when you say you don't need to preheat, what does that mean? You just like pop it in there and then turn it on?
Yeah, so think about an oven. Oven you have to put on first, let it get to temperature, and then you start roasting or baking or whatever. Now, literally, put it in, hit the magic button. So, magic button for us, up to number 4, and then we're going to turn it on and hit the play button.
A time saver. So basically, what you need to be making sure here is that you are using a large bowl, which allows for serious cooking, enables you to prepare family-sized meals in your Ideal Fry, because that's what it's got in there. Now, the viewing window, which is such, really, it's magic. It means that you don't need to stop cooking to check on the food inside your Ideal Fry. So you're not switching the thing off and then checking and then closing again and then starting again. Losing heat, number 1, but also losing time, because nobody's got the time to do that. But of course, cleanup is absolutely easy when it comes to this absolutely amazing DeLonghi Ideal Fry, because wiping down the lid and cooking bowl, which are easily removed, is all you need to do.
Exactly. Do you want to pull the guy very quickly? Cool. So toasted bun, always. If it's not toasted, like you haven't tried hard enough. Wait.
You haven't tried hard enough.
Lettuce goes down first because
Okay.
that's going to go nice. It's going to wilt if it's
Yeah.
too hot.
I'm glad you're showing us this because I know a lot of people who simply, even though a burger seems like an easy thing to make, just simply cannot make their own burger at home.
Yeah.
So this assembling process, it seems like an easy thing, but it's not.
Lettuce first, then your tomato, and then your patty is obviously going to be the hottest thing.
Yeah.
So it's not going to, your tomato's not going to like wilt. It doesn't do like lettuce would.
Okay.
Toasted bun on top. Oh, my trick always glaze your burger with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Just like that.
For that juicy look, but also like taste.
And then there we go, pickles. Done.
Ah, there you go. You've got a burger done. Well, that's the keyword, burger, to 33728. But it is also competition time. We have some great news because DeLonghi, they are partnering with Yappy Chef. They've done it. They've partnered with them. And if you want 20% off your next purchase, the FH2133 or FH1373 models, jump onto yappychef.com and use the voucher code DeLonghi20. Rush! You need to go there right now because there are only 40 items available at this amazing discount of 20%. And the offer is valid until the 28th of November 2019. So get entering. And that keyword once again is burger to 33728. We'll send you an SMS with a link to the recipe. This is a game changer of note, but this is going to be a tummy filler of note.
It's been great spending the week with you guys. I'm out. Love being with you guys. Yeah,
It's
man.
been so
Love
amazing. We're going to eat this.
That's
We'll
for
see
you.
you guys after this.
Win a trip to London from the 12th to the 20th of November with Travel Start, Virgin Atlantic, and in the company of our local explorers, Danilo Acquisto and Aquila Haron. Catch this travel fab duo on Expresso with their guide to the time of your life in London town. Vote for your favorite itinerary on the Travel Start website and put yourself in the draw for those 2 return tickets on Virgin Atlantic.
Yes, the hamster is the hero. Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a question. Maybe you're looking for a new pet, but you just don't know which pet is the right fit for you. Owning a pet can be hugely rewarding, each offering a very different and unique, I suppose, range of benefits, if you will. Maybe it's a bird, maybe it's a hamster, maybe it's a guinea pig. Well, today in our series called How to Choose the Right Pet, we are looking indeed at the hamster, and a cool little hamster at that. He seems so relaxed. And we are going to chat to animal behaviorist Helen Baston and about owning and caring for and who is right for a hamster and what kind of creature he is. So first of all, Helen, I've got to ask, what's her name? What's the
Blaze.
Blaze.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, Blaze is very
hamster.
sweet. He's very
a
friendly.
Cool little guy.
Yeah.
And wow, the cage door's open.
Yeah, I just thought
see that
that
coming. All right.
If he wants to come out, then.
Okay, good. Cool. So, Helen, take us into the world of hamsters and why it is that you think that they make great pets.
Yeah, they're really awesome. If you handle them from young, they're actually really friendly.
Yeah.
They've got massive personalities. The thing I like about them, which I find hysterical, is when they fill their cheeks full of food, and they actually they can fill 20% of their body weight. They can get.
In their
into
cheeks.
those cheeks. Yeah,
Wow.
20%. It's hectic.
You're a little champion. My favourite part is the little hands.
I
wish you
know,
could
they're
get
so cute.
They've got proper little hands, man, to grab and grab, and a really cool, inquisitive nature. That little nose is working overtime. So who is a hamster for? Who would they be best suited for in terms of pet owners? Because I associate them with kids, that they're a nice pet to own in that space.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, they're very nice for kids because, you know, you can pop them away once you finish and they're not, you know, you don't have to run around and look after them and that sort of thing. And they're very friendly if you tame them. You know, you've got to tickle them from young. A big thing though is you don't wake a sleeping hamster.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like a Chinese proverb.
Yes.
Yes. No, I don't know. It's not. That's really...
Yeah, they get a bit bitey.
Okay, and they've
Yeah.
got some teeth to bite with as well.
But
okay.
they're also good for people who work as well, like long days, because, you know, they don't need constant attention like dogs and that sort of thing. Yeah, not high maintenance, exactly, yeah.
What about their ideal living space? There's a lot going on inside that cage over there. And then also, how do they interact with other pets? Let's talk about that in the home environment.
Yeah. So this is actually just a carry case. You want bigger the better for a hamster.
Okay, so it's the same like the guinea pigs, where they need some space to go and do their thing. Okay.
They do. They really need a lot of space. They also need tunnels to hide in because, you know, they're sort of prey animals. They naturally need to hide. They need a lot of wood to gnaw on because their teeth, they need to grind down their teeth. They sort of constantly grow. So, yeah, and then they need, obviously, food and water. And different levels are good. They like to climb. A big base, because they like to dig, you know, if you get the right substrate. And they like to dig, not sawdust, though. That's bad for their respiratory.
Respiratory, okay,
Yeah,
because of the actual dust that
yeah.
comes off it. Are they solitary? Are they social? I remember you were saying with, like, a guinea pig, for instance, I wasn't aware that you need 2 or 3, otherwise they can go a bit loopy. Are they social creatures, hamsters?
So the bigger ones, the Syrians, they need to be by themselves, the Syrian hamsters. So this guy...
So like this is a Blaze is a Syrian hamster?
Yes, yeah, so he needs to be by himself.
And that kind of hamster that we're looking at in the picture over there, what would that be?
The cartoon hamster.
The cartoon hamster. Also looks a bit Syrian. Might be a different one. There's lots of different breeds. I must say I'm not, you know, that up on the...
Not to worry about that. That was my own inquiry.
But then the dwarf hamsters, they need to be in groups.
Okay.
They live in groups, yeah. Yeah.
And of course, when you are looking to look after your pet, you need to consider the fact that they do, in their natural environment, prefer that kind of social setting. Otherwise, you're disturbing how they function. In terms of their interaction with other pets in the home, let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, they
Pets,
need
not
to be...
so much.
Not so much, no, not so much. They look a bit like a toy, don't they? So, no interaction with anything else in the house. Just hamsters, if they are social or by themselves, is fine. And then, obviously, with people is quite nice to get a bit of interaction there.
How do we feed a hamster? How often do you feed? Can you just leave food in there and they'll feed themselves?
Yes, yeah, you can leave food in there. A lot of people make the mistake of putting too much food in because then if a hamster gets bored, it just like gorges. Oh. So you need to, like, things to do. But yeah, you just put their pellets in, so you can get a nice you know, pet shop brand pellet. That's very important. They can have like leafy greens, leafy vegetables, but not too much. A little bit of fruit, but not too much sugar.
No chocolates?
No chocolate.
Okay.
No candy. And then no tomatoes, funnily enough. The green bit on top of a tomato is extremely poisonous to a hamster.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how they found that out, but...
Yeah, interesting fact.
Right. So in summary, what would you say then are the most important tips when it comes to caring for hamsters?
Yeah, so I think gnawing wood,
Yes.
so untreated wood, they need that to gnaw for their teeth, otherwise they get bored and they gnaw on the cage and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
Deep base.
Experience that.
And the wire top. Also, a bowl of water, not one of those droppers. Hamsters can get dehydrated and they don't get enough through those droppers, so they actually need a little bowl.
So you're going to use his little hands.
Yes, that's it. Have a little...
They don't do that either, I promise you.
He is doing it right there. Look at the picture.
Check it out. They love in the water. Oh, man.
Oh, well, you've just restored my faith in hamsters. Thank you. Much
really sweet. Heron, thank you so much, Blaze. Thank you, little guy. He's just chilling
He's
now.
sleeping, so I'm not going to wake him up.
Okay, don't wake a sleeping hamster.
Now, Cadbury Dairy Milk, they have been there as our incredible country keeps beating the odds by seeing life as a whole glass and a half full. Now, earlier this year, they brought a smile to the faces of our youngest citizens with their pop-up Little Generosity shops. With over 90,000 toy donations pouring in, they decided to try and make this festive season a little brighter this year for even more of these deserving children with their Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosities. Now, I was there in Durban at the Gateway Theatre of Shopping to find out more.
Donate a pre-loved toy, book or game under our generosities. Cadbury, there's a glass and a half in everyone.
When Cadbury Dairy Milk discovered that there were millions of orphaned and vulnerable children who may never know the joy of owning their own toys, they went out to enlist the generosity of South Africans, this leading up to a collection of over 90,000 toys. Now, with Christmas fast approaching, they're back again with the Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosities, where they're trying to make Christmas a little bit brighter for these deserving children. Your work today is absolutely fantastic. The amount of toys you've brought along is just so mind-blowing. But what do you think it's so important for South Africans to rally behind an initiative like this that touches so many hearts and so many people out there?
Well, I had some fun with my nephew. He helped me to find some of his favorite toys from when he was a baby, you know, because he's 4 now, so when he was still 3 and a baby. And you can pass off the bag, I'll show you. I found that soft play, you know, the soft toys. When I was young, I remember that these were my friends. It becomes like a child's diary and also like a best friend. And then as a woman, let me tell you something, these get alternated for scatter cushions. So we're just starting them young. I love it.
This has been such an incredibly successful campaign, spanning over different provinces in the country, but also collecting over 90,000 toys that have gone on to be donated to children's homes that mean so much to the lives of these children. And now it's the festive season. It's another opportunity to just make Christmas a little bit brighter for these children who are so deserving. Why was it so important personally for you to join the generosity?
I just don't understand how anyone would think that they shouldn't. You know, a lot of people would like to get involved in the campaign, and for those people who want to help but can't, I think this is the perfect opportunity to have those pre-loved toys.
From the 12th of November, the Cadbury Generosity activations, they'll travel across South Africa, starting here in Durban at the Gateway Theatre of Shopping, showing South Africans that there is a glass and a half in everyone. All you have to do is check in at the entrance with your gift to wrap and then write a heartfelt message for the child who will receive your gift. Campaigns like this are very important for South Africans to get involved with, especially during the festive season. We all know that the festive season is a time of sharing and giving. So to open our hearts up to the millions of orphan children and vulnerable children out there who might not have the same experience is just such a beautiful thing, and this campaign makes that possible.
Each and every single one of those children that are sitting in an orphanage right now, they don't understand why they've been left there. They don't understand why Father Christmas isn't coming to them. And I feel like you have an opportunity to change their lives. And as the Springboks have just shown us, we are stronger together. Plus, you get a slab of chocolate if you come here. And that, for me, you shouldn't be doing this to get something back. But I mean, Cadbury Dairy Milk, like a whole slab. for giving a toy.
It's very important to teach the youth of today the importance of giving back in this way, because everyone gets so caught up in their own world, and often you can forget the importance of sharing with someone else and what it can do for their life. If you're not in Cape Town, Durban or Johannesburg, there is another way for you to donate and be a part of this magnificent story being told by Cadbury Dairy Milk. They've partnered with Toys R Us. So what you can do is shop online at Toys R Us or in store and donate a toy after making a purchase. And of course, you still have a chance to write a special message of hope to a child and in turn still receive a Cadbury Dairy Milk slab. With these toy donations, Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosities wants to ensure that every orphaned and vulnerable child across South Africa can experience the joy of receiving a gift over Christmas. The Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosities are coming to Cape Town and Johannesburg next to show that there is a glass and a half in everyone this festive season. For more information, go on www.cadbury.co.za, or you can follow them on Facebook at Cadbury Dairy Milk SA or Twitter and Instagram at Cadbury_SA. Use the hashtags #glass&a_half and #generosities to find out where and when you can donate your pre-loved toys. Oh, nice.
My friend, you have a heart of gold. Amazing. Did you love it?
I did, and so too do the people of Durban. They came out, and it's good to see families coming in and bringing their children together for this. We can all do it. We all do have a glass and a half in us.
Absolutely. Now, the Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosities are currently still in Durban until the 18th of November and will soon be coming to the mother city, Cape Town, on the 26th of November, and then Johannesburg next month on the 10th of December to show us that there's a glass and a half in everyone this festive season. So go get there right now, or not now, but yeah, like right now.
Yeah.
But start donating after the show.
We want everybody to go donating, but for more details on the Generosities donation points and the selected Toys R Us stores that are available for you to go donate at, visit www.cadbury.co.za for more information. Also follow them on Facebook at Cadbury Dairy Milk SA or at Cadbury_SA on Twitter and Instagram. The hashtag is the same across all of them, #glass&a_half and #generosities, to keep up to date with how and where you can donate your pre-loved toys.
Bring home more than just memories of Mauritius with Club Med's all-inclusive holiday packages for families, friends and active couples. Choose from 3 Club Med Mauritius resorts and save up to 15% on your December 2019 booking with their early booking bonus. Extra bonus, kids under 12 stay free in Mauritius and fly free on Air Mauritius. Contact the agency by Club Med to book and visit clubmed.co.za for details.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in as we return to the box office. A big release for November has got to be another reboot. I'm not going to call it the reboot because we've seen a reboot already of Charlie's Angels. This one brought to us by Elizabeth Banks in the director's chair, and she also stars in it as well. It's quite a powerhouse, young, empowered cast of young Hollywood starlets. JP, Sebastian, what is it all about? Set the scene for this edition of Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, this goes way back. This is the 70s, right? Of a TV show. I'm not asking because you're Graham.
Thank you. Thank
and
you
because
for that.
you're
Yeah,
old
no,
as
no, but
heck,
for
and
sure.
because you came here with the foot records.
I mean, this is a brand that's been around for a while.
Yeah, so it started off as a TV series where these angel characters are sort of like secret agents, but hit ladies or ladies to get the job done for a secret agency called Charlie's Angels. So because of their beautiful looks, they're able to sneak into places a lot easier and use their feminine wiles to trick the suspect into giving up and all that kind of business. So,
but when it comes to throw down, time to throw down, they can throw down.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just like patronizing the way the early series used to be. Obviously, this is a lot more about like real more empowerment and not, like I said, just they're bimbos and all that kind of stuff. But tell you what, I'm going to show you a scene, and this is where you'll be introduced to the new ones. Previously, they were Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, and Cameron Diaz. This time, it is Kristen Stewart, sparkly vampiress. Ellen Balinska and Naomi Scott, who we also saw in Aladdin, who did very well there. So yeah, they all are with Elizabeth Banks.
You didn't see this guy. He was a pro, and he brought quite a lot of firepower for such an easy target.
Yeah, he was so extra, right? I mean, I could take that girl out with like a fly swatter. He rocks up in this urban assault vehicle.
So we're thinking, what, he was... Maybe she was being watched, but what if we are? And by who?
Hey, I'm kind of getting this, you guys are like lady spies, and I just need you to explain who this guy is and why was he shooting at you?
Oh, you. He was shooting at you.
At me?
The shooter's a ghost. Your file says that you are a systems engineer on the Callisto project.
You know about Callisto?
We know about a lot of things. That you graduated top of your class at MIT, that you take Krav Maga on Sundays, you ride your bike to work, you think yellow is one of your colors when in fact it's no one's. That you could be dating a lot more if you played up those cheekbones in your online profile pictures. What we don't know is why someone wants you dead.
What we don't know is why someone wants you dead.
If only secret agencies like the NSA were spying on us on a day-to-day basis to make sure that our profile pictures looked as cute
that our
as they
cheekbones were being pronounced. Okay, pretty cool. So what's the storyline with this particular Charlie's Angel? Or does it matter? Are Charlie's Angels Charlie's Angels?
Well, it really should matter, obviously, because we're reintroducing this now. When did those previous ones come out? Probably early 2000s.
Yeah,
and
it's
before
been
that,
a
so
while,
it's been
yeah.
a generation.
It's been a beat, yeah.
It's been 20 years, Graham. Sorry to break it to you. The Matrix is 21 years old, everyone. It does try to make some sort of effort of re-injecting this new agency. They are all guided by the single, mysterious, just a male voice on a radio. This is Charlie, who is their boss overall. He presents to them missions, and what you're looking at here is Kristen Stewart executing a mission where this guy is
completely different,
stealing refugee aid money, and so they're sort of a secret agency in the name of good, which these days is high fantasy.
Yeah.
So yeah, they get the clean jobs done, it would appear. What's more specifically important here is that Naomi Scott, who, like I said, is from Aladdin and who is adorable in this, is the new addition to the crew. Okay. So the other two, they're seasoned, and this is the one who's the rookie and being introduced. So it looks like they're going to try and introduce this as a trilogy again. These people will return. There'll probably be a sequel, who knows when. But yeah, it's her finding her feet. And us just briefly, obviously, being reintroduced to this agency, which most people who are watching this right now didn't grow up watching. But it's pretty self-explanatory, as you can tell. Patrick Stewart there as well is also one of these Bosley characters.
So Bosley is like
they're the go-between.
So they're the guys that kind of... Okay, they
and Elizabeth Banks would also be a Bosley then. So she is second in command to Charlie, who guides the angels. And the story is... Oh, let me tell you a bit about the story, of course. So Naomi Scott, because she's the rookie and this is how she gets introduced, has this she's a researcher at an institute where they find this new technology for infinite energy, and it can also be weaponized. So she wants to whistleblow. The Charlie's Angels come to protect her from the corporate forces of evil.
Okay.
And is there possibly an evil within the Institute of Charlie's Angels itself? We may find out.
Oh.
So that's this story. Now let's get honest. Who asked for a Charlie's Angels movie? No one, which doesn't make it bad. Like you said, there've been remakes upon remakes. This would be the third
maybe
one.
this generation hasn't seen it, so maybe, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, but you know, if you're going to remake something, I can understand if, you know, say the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie came out today, you'd go, oh, some people grew up with that.
Cool.
Whereas this is the 70s TV series. I don't know if anyone was, you know, gagging to see this come back. So that's not a major problem.
It almost feels like a remake of a remake.
Now, the problem is if you're going to be doing a remake of a remake 2 generations later, you're going to have to kick down the door seriously, like you with all your thunder thighs coming screaming.
Yeah, and there's an opportunity here because the action quotient could be really high in the movies. So.
And so we saw a teeny bit of it there. There's only one car chase, which is shot quite one-dimensionally. It's quite flat. The fight scenes, at least, are quite nice and neat. I love when, you know, actors did their work of their rehearsals, they did the choreography, and all the camera person has to do is just fluidly just move the camera around rather than quick cuts and like messy shots like that. So look, the fights are at least enjoyable to watch. All that said, though, I don't know why they made Kristen Stewart the comic relief in this. Half the time it's quite cringe. She, I don't think, was guided well enough because we don't know her as a comical actress.
It doesn't seem to be her speed. Yeah, I mean, she's quite...
Yeah, restrained. We joke, and their whole memes about her never smiling.
Yeah.
But the other half of the time, she is quite cute. So the problem is, because you're introducing this institution, and because you're trying to reintroduce all these elements, and because you're bringing in a rookie, and you're trying to make this seem like a family who secretly operates in the underworld of stopping crime and all that kind of business, at the outset, all these actors need to have chemistry at the very least. Okay. And that doesn't show necessarily. It's not to say that they're all bland together, but there's no pop kind of thing. So as well as not being able to kick the door down with the story itself, no personality to speak of. While the fights are clean and fun enough to look at, if you've already seen movies like John Wick 3 and Mission Impossible Fallout, we've pushed the bar so high.
Yeah, they've raised the...
Action movies need to be doing better. Even this last one with The Rock and other dude, Jason Statham, you really need to be doing a lot better by now. If things like John Wick 3 are getting made, this is pretty run-of-the-mill and, dare I say, not good. I wouldn't say bad.
Ooh, I'm not even going to ask for... Do we have any more features? Can you take us
Tell you what, we all love seeing this
yeah?
man's face. So he's usually Professor Xavier.
Yeah.
And he's also Bosley this time around. So Patrick Stewart gets his little
Man, we
production
love
too.
Patrick.
Charlie's Angels.
We love him.
Bosley!
Evening, Angels. All this looks very promising. Outstanding. But what about Australian Johnny?
Ta-da!
Oh, you're gonna regret this. I was gonna give you the world.
The thing is you just talk way too much. You're super clingy and you come on way too strong.
You are the most incredible woman that I've ever met.
I know. So that's 4 months surveillance, 2 countries, and the most embarrassing date I have ever been on in my life. Are we good?
I will address this to the U.S. Justice Department, along with all your new friends here. We're good to go.
Sweet.
Have I clocked the bad guy already?
Why do you hate him so much?
No, I love him, man. But I
by
just,
a couple of
there's a vibe.
seconds, and you're like,
guy wants to. I'll take care of.
Don't worry, this will be safe in my hands.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you if he's the bad guy.
No spoiler alert, buddy. Dare I ask, how many popcorns does the reboot of a remake get?
Weirdly, in 2019, decided then to rewatch the early 2000s ones the other day, and while they are bad and they are cheese, they're aware of that. And so at the very least, they're entertaining.
They're poking fun at
and
that,
speaking of personality, movie has none, style has none either. And so those movies felt like seeing color for the first time after seeing Charlie's Angels. This gets 4 out of 10, I'm afraid.
Okay, it could have been worse.
No one needed, and the movie that totally needed to come out the door, kicking and screaming, and explosions, action-packed. I'm afraid not.
But he did say the fight scenes are pretty cool and worth a watch, and the characters are cute, and they... 4 out of 10. That's what Charlie's Angels get. But you, as always, can go and decide for yourself.
Please do.
JP, you look like you need to pick me up, man. Like, you're so disappointed after that Charlie's Angels. He takes his movies very seriously.
He does.
Very passionate.
And sometimes I watch him give like 4 out of 10 to a movie that I really like, and I just want to break into JP must fall. JP must fall. JP must fall. But hey, go watch it and judge for yourself.
Maybe we can organize him and pick me up, because we all know that there's no better way than to end an incredible week with some McDonald's breakfast. And on the menu today, we're being treated with a McDonald's breakfast wrap and coffee.
Thank you very much.
Come this side, please.
There he is. There he is. What you got? What you got? There we go. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Thank
I
you.
thought, you know, when you said Tabiso was the sexiest man alive, that maybe our love affair was over. But now I'm beginning to think that there is a special place in my heart, your heart with me. So what are you eating here, guys?
So we've got a breakfast wrap and a coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Thank you so much.
90 cents coffee, eh?
Hey?
90 cents coffee.
Get out of here. Oh, wow.
You got to download the app and then you check out
yeah,
the
that's the only way you can get it for that price, right? Is that
I think when you do that, you get your 90 cents coffee, you go spend $25 on an MSL ticket, and you go and watch some cricket while you're chewing.
What time's the game today?
5:30. Kicks off in Durban. Okay. Weather gods permitting, please, Durban. Just stop rating. Guys, this is quite exciting, man.
This is very exciting. 100% quality, 100% taste.
Oh.
Belinda, you want to have some breakfast? Come, look at it. You can have it after your performance, but
if anyone has earned a little nibble this morning,
What do we have here?
We've got a breakfast wrap.
Hey, breakfast wrap.
Breakfast wrap.
Oh my word.
You're living your best food like a pup turkey. Now you're getting
Listen, can I have this after?
yeah,
You can.
keep the voice, right?
I have to. This is gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too much cheese in there, guys.
Okay, it's a lot of cheese.
It's cheese.
It's delicious.
too much
but it's
goodness.
delicious. All right, so if you want to start your weekend with a McDonald's breakfast too, then you should definitely download the McDonald's app from the App Store because you can get this breakfast wrap with a 90 cents coffee. And there's also tons of really great deals and offers that you should definitely be checking out. And it's easy as choosing a deal and then redeeming that offer in store. So let us know on social media what you'll be ordering this week. Download the app, get the deals, get the deliciousness.
It's like a little spicy. Do I have sauce all over my face, guys?
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. Buy any size of your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
The whole thing came out.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare and rule. Let heaven and nature sing. Let heaven and nature sing. Let heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men employ their soul. White fields and floods. I'm good, thanks.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3, hanging out with Belinda Davids. And yes, we have finally found somebody who can sing the telephone book and make it sound so good. You are absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank
we just
you.
had a taste of what's coming up in that album over there. It's called Belinda Davids, I Love Christmas. It's dropping on the 20th of November.
Yes.
And is just a collection of some of your favorite Christmas songs that
It is.
really bring the family together.
It's the classics, yeah, it's the classics. So Boney M can just...
Yes, man, just put away Boney M. We love them very much. But
Love
just
you,
maybe
Boney
put them
M,
to the side, rejuvenate your Christmas collection with this, I think, collector's item, if you will. And of course, remember also to catch The Greatest Love of All at the Artscape. It's going to be
the 20th as
fantastic.
well.
You've put in so much, the team has put in so much, it's going to be the best yet.
I think so.
Absolutely. All right. So to close off the show, what are you singing for us?
Joy to the world.
Oh, bring us joy.
Joy. So much joy.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. Let heaven and nature sing. Let heaven and nature sing. Let heaven and nature sing. Oh, sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their song employ. White fields and flood, rock hills and plain. Repeat the sound in joy. 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 Heals the world with truth and grace, and make the nation prove the light of his righteousness and wonder of his love, and wonder of his love, and wonder of his love, and wonder of his
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
Baby, yeah, yeah.